So, there we are. Welcome everyone to the first episode of the Witcher role-playing game. Actually, full disclosure here, we're not playing the Witcher role-playing game, we're actually playing Dungeons & Dragons in the Witcher world, but it should be fun as well. We're doing this, by the way, because we have a lot of new players, and Dungeons & Dragons is way easier to learn than, let's say, the Witcher RPG, and it has like more supporting tools like D&D Beyond, which we are going to use to track our characters and so on. Anyway, you know me probably because it's my channel, Green Cricket. I'm doing Gwent videos like every week, for example, like in-depth Gwent guides, and I'm doing Gwent gameplay during the week. But we have amazing people joining us today, and they actually will stay for the, let's say, whole campaign or like campaigns. Let's see how it goes. So, well, there you go. Like, guys, who are you? What are you doing?
My name is Crozyr. I'm a 25-year-old potato from Germany. And some people might know me from Twitch, where I stream Gwent the Witcher card game 5 times a week, around 1 PM for 4 hours. So yeah, if you want to see Gwent gameplay and sometimes me being dressed as a potato, that's what you want to watch.
I'm MissLadyJ, also known as Jess. I'm a South African streamer for Gwent, and I normally stream 6 days a week. Don't have a fixed schedule.
Yeah, I mean,
So yeah.
I'm Ryan, and I also stream Gwent mostly on Twitch 4 times a week at 8 PM CEST, and occasionally do the YouTube video stuff as well. Everything is RyanGodric online.
Oh, well, that was it. Sorry.
That's it.
Hi,
That's it.
I'm Lothari. I'm not as much of a streamer as these other wonderful people. I'm probably most well known for my articles on teamaretusa.com, but I do also stream at Lothari Noslil on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 until 2, and I'm at Lothari on Twitter, where more of my opinions can be seen.
Cool. So that's about the players, and we're going to jump into the game right away, and then you can actually learn the in-game characters. For the people who don't know what role-playing is, like Dungeons & Dragons is, so to say, every character or every person here in this chat, so to say, is going to play one character, like control a character in the game, and I'm, as a game master, will be describing the world to the players and then asking them what they want to do in this world, and depending on their reactions, stuff will happen, which drives the story forward. So one thing, we're probably not going to watch the chat too much, so if you write something and like you have a question or something, we probably won't going to read it, because we're going to just play for 2 hours. And like after 2 hours or 2.5 hours, let's say, after that we probably cut it short, because we will continue next Monday, and then we quickly discuss some stuff, and that's the point where we then also like look at the chat and maybe answer some questions or stuff. But until then, probably like we're not going to look at the chat. So okay. Are you ready to play the Witcher role-playing game?
So ready.
Yes.
Cool, yeah. Then we will start. I only need to change the background music. There we go, for the right mute. And then I would say we start already with the first scene. This is basically how we start. Like, all the characters don't know each other yet, but they probably will get to know each other soon. So the first scene actually starts with Helga and Calavandra, and I actually prepared some stuff to read so we can get a bit into the scene. So let me read, and then then basically you decide how the stuff is going on. So let's go. And the whole thing begins in Maribor. The sunlight slowly dims and the sky is filled with warmer glow while you make your way down the streets of Maribor. You have seen some big cities, but Maribor seems to be able to bridge the gap between village and the city in an interesting way. There are only a few beggars on the streets, and the typical scent of piss and mud is only barely noticeable as you make your way down the docks of Maribor to find a ship that is able to take you down south the Aina. The docks are a bit smaller than you expected, and there's only one ship currently harboring in Maribor. On it, some figures are busy heaving some crates around. With a bit of luck, this ship is able to accommodate you. And what do you do? Like, how do you go from here? it's basically like Helga and Calavandra. Maybe you can start like with describing like what we see, like how do you look like? For example, Helga, like when like someone sees you on the street of Maribor, what would he see?
I have a dashing appearance. I have long golden Skellige locks, and I'm in the height of my youth. But they also see the tattoos on my face. They might think, "Who is this? Who's this dangerous Skellige running around?" But then they see me smile when I approach, and they know that I'm one who's up for a drink, who's up for a horn of meat, if they are in the mood for it as well.
And you're traveling with like traveling companion, it's Calavandra. How would you look to someone who just like passes you on the streets of Maribor?
Oh, me.
Yes.
I would look like a very fit elf with red hair, and she's got a hood on. Well, I got a hood on, and sometimes wear a mask so that no one can find me. Really.
Are you wearing the mask right now while you're moving down the street?
No.
Sea of Maribor?
No.
Okay.
No. And she's got. I mean, I've got like symbols of tattoos down my arms from the brotherhood I was in.
You got some tattoos on your arms. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you're basically standing like on the dock, and like you see like the ships, and there are people like on their moving crates. You already know you want to go south to the Aina. Is there anything you want to do like before you like approach the ship, or do you just want to go straight to the ship and like approach the people?
Are there any merchants along the harbor side? Anything?
Well, it's already like closing time, so most stores are actually already closed. You hear some laughter like into something like looks like a tavern behind you, but other than the tavern, there's not much going on really. Like Maribor is not such a big city, like they don't have that vibrant nightlife, so it's more like this one tavern. That's it.
Mm-hmm. All right, then I'll just go along, but I'll be extra careful and watch out for pickpockets because of some previous experiences I've made in this harbor, and I throw some suspicious looks at Calavandra as we walk along the harbor side.
Don't worry.
At this point, we can actually already like do our first ability check. So, for example, if you wanna look around you, for example, and see if you wanna spot some pickpockets, you can just make a perception roll, for example, and just see if there's something unnatural which like catches your eye, so to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then I would do that. So that would be a D20. Right?
Exactly.
Let me see. It's been a while for me as well that I've done this. A perception check. So I got a +2 on perception because it's my wisdom modifier from the D20 now. And it's a 2, so 2.
Great start.
Well, I'm like, got eyes wide open, looking everywhere, but the real shady alleys, I guess.
Suddenly, Calavandra comes into your side and like, oh, there you are. Yeah, I was walking right beside you.
I bump into her.
Yeah. So basically, you just nothing like really spots your eyes. Looks like always.
Like, gah. Okay.
Okay. Anything else we do? You want to approach the ship?
I would like to look around for some coin.
Well, you can like make a perception check as well if you like. There's any like people like around you which seem rather healthy or healthy, rather rich, not healthy.
Wealthy.
And like you can do a perception check as well.
All right, so I have to roll D22.
Exactly, and like then you can look at your character sheet and look for the perception skill, and then you add the
+1.
modifier. Yes.
Okay. So it gave me a 20.
A 20.
Wow.
Okay, 20 basically, like if you roll a natural 20 basically with your, but did you roll the 20 or do you have 20 as a result?
No, +1, so it's 21.
Oh, okay, because like if you roll a 20, that is always a success and it always means something extraordinary happens, right? Like something which, for example, in a perception check, which probably no one would have spotted except you. On the other hand, if you roll a 1, that means it's always a failure, and typically these are like the most worst case scenarios that can happen. So rolling a natural 20 in this case is like you look around you and you don't spot any rich people. Like there's not really much going on, but you see like in the side of like there are like a lot of doors and like people have crates outside of the doors, and on one of the crates, like a bit hidden behind, like you see a little bag, and the sun, which is currently like going down, like and nearly has vanished beneath the trees, like just there's like this little light like reflected on
Like
the
a shimmer.
coin on the back, which is like seems in the back. So you like, oh, there's something like right behind. Like it doesn't look like it's well guarded as well.
Yeah. And jewels and stuff.
You don't know, like it's like over there. But as you like look in the direction of the back coin or whatever it is, like a voice comes from behind it. Like it actually is a bit above you, and it says like, "Hey, who goes there?" It's actually a very deep female voice, interestingly.
Am I with her still, or did she go after that coin?
No, basically just staying where you are. Like no one of you hasn't told that you go off. So.
Oh, okay. Yes. So then I also turn around and take a look at who's talking to us.
Basically, look above, and like there's like this big muscular lady standing on the ship, which like you have, we are standing in front of you, and she's looking down, like, and she's like, "Hey, wait, what you looking at?"
To me. Nothing. Something just caught my eye, and I just want to see what it is.
We're standing around here. Can I help you somehow?
We're looking for a boat that is going to take us down south.
Down south?
Are you a captain? Yeah, are you a captain of that ship?
Me? Nah. The captain here is Willem. But Willem's not here. Like we're doing the hard work here. Willem is over there in the tavern. If you want to like talk to Willem, you need to go to the tavern.
To the tavern? Oh, that sounds like a plan, eh, Calavandra?
Oh my gosh. Okay, then we have to go there, I guess.
I'm sure a horn of meat or two is gonna make you put a smile on your face again.
We just have to get this done quick as possible, so that I can get there as soon as possible.
And I looked at that muscular woman. I'm looking in her eyes, and I'm asking, "Will you join us for a horn?"
I really would like to. I really would like, but you see these crates over there? If you help me move these crates, then I'm going to join you.
Okay, I'm a very strong Skellige man. I will help you with these crates in a heartbeat. Can I try to like lift the crates and like just move them?
Okay, well you can come aboard, and like she's like standing like in front of a crate, and you can like go ahead and like make a strength check.
Yeah, I will prove my strength.
Yes.
I will prove my worth.
And I'm just sitting on the side watching you do this.
But impressed this lady. Oh no, it's another 2.
Oh no.
But I get +5 on strength, so 7.
So you going to the crate and like, and you lift it up. You lift it up actually, but she's like,
Okay.
like what's wrong? Like, and she's like checking the crate, and she's like, oh yeah, it's like that's the heavy one. That's the heavy one.
What are you loading in these crates? They're so heavy.
Different stuff. Like we're like, well, I'm a merchant. Like, but like Captain is like a merchant, and like he's, I don't know what. Like we have like weapons. We have like some armor. Sometimes it's we travel with beer, but you know like whatever he gets on his way down the island here. you see also like a little dwarf appearing from the back of the ship, and he's like, hey, what's the stranger doing on our ship? and she's like, yeah, he helps us like doing like the lifting.
Yeah, I'm proving my strength to this fair lass.
Well, free workers, always good. And like he's going like and getting the next crate. Interestingly, he's picking up the next crate and he's like, hop, and is going. So, well, so you're basically trying like you're doing the rest of the crates. It actually takes a while. So you're surely like 15, half an hour for sure. Like which you need to lift some crates. Calavendra, do you want to help them or like? What
Nope, I'm just sitting on the side fiddling with my dagger, just watching this.
Typical Calavendra.
Like the dwarf is like, who is she? Is she like, does she belong to ya?
Don't ask me. She's a special case, but she's got the heart in the right place. So.
Okay, well, it's your lad, not mine. And actually, like a third person emerges from the ship as well, and he's like just looking at you, like you picking up the next crate, and is like moving. Well, you move some crates. Like anything like want to do especially while like moving crates, or
at some point I'm going to Calavendra and I'm telling her, Calavendra, I just don't want to put these other seamen to shame, so I'm acting as if I'm not really strong, but I'm really strong. Then I continue.
Actually, like the other crates are way lighter, so you actually can pick them up as well, and like just you had a bit of like tough luck for the first one, I guess.
Oh, I see. I guess, yeah.
Okay, like after all crates are done, she's like, okay, well, thanks for helping. I'm actually giving you one for free. Come on, let's go.
Like, thanks for all the hard work to let us get onto the ship.
Well, you want what did you do? Sorry.
No, I said I'm thanking him for doing all the hard work for the both of us.
She's like, yeah, you're not getting anything, like, but like this man, like, thanks for helping. I'm Rhea here, by the way. Like she's like holding out her hand and like shaking.
Wait, she's
holding out her hand and is like, I'm Rhea here. Like,
she wants to shake my hand out of thanks.
Kind of. Like.
Yeah, I'm giving her a hug if that's possible.
Oh, nice. Okay. She's like, yeah. She's really strong, by the way. Like.
Okay. I'm like coughing. I'm coughing from him, chest pushed in by the hug.
Okay, like she would like just go straight to the tavern now.
Yeah. We can go to the tavern.
Okay. So
I'm thirsty after all this work.
So basically moving up to the tavern, like while you go to the tavern, like a shield like appears, like it's not appearing, but it has been there all along, but it's reading like the Black Door Tavern. So, and you enter, and when you enter, like it's actually kind of full, like it's not that like big, but for that, like for the size of the tavern, it's actually pretty full. And like, but Rhea here is like, yeah, she doesn't even look left and right. She's like just going through the crowd and like, there he is, come. And she brings you to a table, and like there is like two people actually sitting there playing Gwent. And like she's approaching one of them, and she's like, hey, villain, I made some friends. Check him out, come here, you know. And like you approach the tavern, and like you see two people, and like the one is like a very a bit exotic dressed one is like the one she just like patted on the back, and the other one, I don't know how the other one looks actually. Like Diog, could you like introduce yourself?
Well, I'm a bit older. I've noticeably got a past, and I've got like short, dark blonde hair and a beard, and I'm basically focusing on myself, and I'm enjoying a good old round of Gwent, and enjoying a small pint of beer, and I've got I would say like some leather. I wouldn't call it armor, but like some leathery clothes, and I'm trying not to create too much, attention, or not draw too much attention to myself.
Yeah, while he's not trying to like draw any attention to himself, like the one sitting opposite of him is doing exactly the opposite. Like he's like, well, glad you're back. Come here. Check it out. I'm just defeating this one like here in Gwent. He's actually want to join our ship as well. Like we have like already like passenger. Can you imagine a passenger? And like Rhea here is pulling like Helga and like Calvendra and like, come on, sit. Like let's drink. And like, barmaid, like. Chew, Kidveni Stouts! You wanna have something as well? And she's leaning to you, Calvendra, and she's like, you wanna have something as well?
Like, no, I don't drink.
And I like bump her to the side and I say, mead, more mead.
Oh, mead as well. Okay, sure. Like, let me see. Like, we have Markham mead and we have like Southern mead. Like, the Markham one is a bit like more expensive though.
Yeah, Markham schmarkham.
Markham? Okay, like a man of good taste. Like the barmaid is okay, sure. Like, she looks over to Diok and like the captain, and she's like, "Can I bring you something as well?"
I go, no.
Okay. Like William is like, of course, two more ales for us, and like she's like, okay, and like heads off. Diok, let's do a Gwent check. Let's see who wins the game.
Shit, I've trained for this all my life. What do I have to roll for what?
You go to your skills and like you look down up the Gwent skill and you roll the 20 and add the modifier which is like next to your Gwent.
There's a Gwent skill, I see. Okay, so it's also a D20, right?
Mm-hmm. It's always D20.
Right, here we go. It's a 7.
Oh no. Oof. They're clearly playing.
Let's see
what
what RNG gets.
RNG.
Yeah, he got a natural 15. So, like, you basically like playing giants, and like he plays like Ifnus Scourge, and like you play your old spear tip, and he's like, ha! Plays the Scourge, points a gun.
But it's a weird version of Gwent. Like there's 3 rows here.
It's the older one. You get used to it. So.
Okay.
I'm getting really excited. Wait, okay. This is actually. Can I ask one quick out of
Sure. Go ahead.
character question? Is this during a time where the fifth Skellige, the fifth Gwent faction Skellige was already invented?
The 5th one.
Sorry, I didn't get.
Well, actually, like we're playing after Witcher 2 here, so.
After Witcher 2, Gwent.
You're so disappointed.
Yeah, because
Your
I
eyes.
wanted my character to say, "Oh, are you playing the new Skellige faction?" But then I can't ask that question. Okay, I'm done with the out of character thing. Then.
All right, so I go ahead, throw my cards down on the table, and say, how on earth can you have so much luck?
Luck? Oh, luck. This has nothing to do with luck. This is just pure skill and a good Gwent collection. But we can surely like make a revanche at sometime. We have new guests. Like, who are you? Why you bring them here, Rhea here? And she's like, yeah. Looks at you and like.
My name is Helga. I'm from the island of Ardskellig. Actually, a little island off the island of Ardskellig. And I've come all this way to prove myself and to become a hero. And I cannot read, but somebody read out this signpost to me that talked about a prince of your caste of Morrowind offering crowns for a brave soul who ventures to Mayena to slay a beast that's terrorizing the local popularity. And who but me could go there and slay this vile beast? This is why I need to find a boat to take us south and to slay the monster.
A hero and a beast slayer. Impressive. So, like, oh, by the way, like, we have a ship, like, and a crew. We can actually take you down there, like, but for me the question is, do you have coin, my friend?
Once I slay the beast, I will have plenty of coin.
Plenty of coin. Oh, that's terrific. That's terrific. Perfect. You like for like where do you want to go? Like specifically, like south the island. There are a lot of like cities to go.
Oh yeah, but I will have to speak to the quartermaster in Maribor. So this is my destination.
Sure. Okay. Well, we are in Maribor, so like you don't need a ship.
Wait, I pull out a contract out of my
Oh,
pocket.
we are in Maribor.
Yeah, we're in Maribor. I pull it out of my pocket and lay it on the table and say, "Is this the contract you're talking about?"
Yeah, it
This is the contract.
It is. It looks like the image is the
We
same.
Skelligers never got along well with orientation. Of course, I was testing you, my dear friends at the table. Of course, I knew that we were in Maribor, and this is the contract I was looking for. Are you the quartermaster?
Me? Oh no, and I'm not the quartermaster. So like beware, I'm just traveling south here. But I can definitely take like you on the ship with me. I would suggest you go to talk to the quartermaster like earliest in the morning. Then you get like a bit of like payout in like upfront. That payout you give me, and then I take you down like south to Aina. What do you say?
Yes, of course. And I remember the name of the place. It is Mayena.
Mayera.
That makes more sense than Maribor.
Well, that's like I would say like 3 days probably. Three days. So 3 days on a ship. He's like, yeah, that's probably 80 crowns. 80 crowns. What do you say?
80 crowns.
Well, you get your own cabin if you want for 80 crowns.
Oh, old cabin sounds really good. but I have to haggle. Let's make it 70 crowns.
70 crowns. Oh, my friend, you're like you're haggling like you have to be a trader. I would say.
Wait. Can I interrupt you real quick? So I was actually hunting for the same contract, and I was hoping that I could maybe join your boat. So how about we both pay you 20 crowns in advance, because it's more likely that we actually slay the beast together. So your money, like that you actually get the money in the end, is like a lot more possible. So how about we team up and we slay the beast together, but we pay a little bit less in advance. How does that look?
Wait, you're basically telling me that I'm getting the money from the contract?
No, not the whole contract. No.
Oh, I don't mind some company, but I insist that I get the killing blow.
Well, that's fine with me.
So what's the offer here? Like you pay me like less up front, but like when we are like in Mayena, you go for out like 1 day and like come back, because I need to travel through. Like I can't wait for you. So I would say like you just give me, let's say like the 70 sounds pretty okay. I would say let's make it like 50 up front, and like when we are in Mayena, you just give me the rest of the let's say 30, like 50 now, 30 later. What do you say?
But like, do I have to do an intelligence check for that math?
No, it's well, I think you maybe, yeah, you should maybe do one. Actually,
Yeah, I will make an intelligence check.
you can like
Yes, man.
you can calculate it like.
Can I say, how about we do we have to pay the 50 like per person?
Yes, of course.
How about we pay you 20 in advance, and I mean, just look at us both. Like, we can protect your ship because it's a risky. I heard that there's some risky woods near the river, so I think you're going to be happy to have us on the boat for protection. So how about we pay 20 in advance, and when we arrive safely, we pay another 20.
Okay, what about this? You pay me like 30 in advance. I'm actually think the offer is pretty good, because like there's a lot of talking about like cartel presence currently in the area. So I would actually not mind, like, no offense, Rhea here, like Rhea here, like looks like and like 30 now and like 30 later, and you actually share a cabin.
So by the way, I rolled another 2. Natural 2. And I think I've got a -1 with intelligence. So I think I'm saying something about,
Yes.
first I gotta go to Maribor.
You have to say, okay, how about I give you 60 in advance and 50 afterwards?
Nah, you know basic math, but like it sounds like a good deal to you. So
Yeah. With whom do I have to share the room now?
With Dirk, basically. Like, we actually loaded like a lot of stuff, and okay, look. Let's not make this like very complicated. Let's make 30 now, 30 later, and you all share like a cabin, where just like the wares are. Okay, let's even make it 50 in total. 50 in total. You can sleep where the wares are. That's like the cheapest you can get. And like I'm the only one who offers like a space on the boat currently, so there's not much choice you have, right? So is this okay? Fine. Do we have a deal?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
I guess we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you pay me my next beer, then we have a deal.
We have a deal then. That's like amazing. Let's do that.
And I get a rematch on the boat in Gwent.
Yes, for sure, my friend. I actually have this like foiled Geralt of Rivia card, you know?
Foiled. Ooh.
So like Mrs. I didn't get your name. Like he's looking at like you, Clevandra, and he's like you're looking like going down south as well.
Yeah, I'm going to Windbrook. I need to go there.
Windbrook. Well,
But I need...
let's make it 30 to Windbrook. It's like only one day, but like, you know.
How much?
30 crowns. 30 crowns just for Windbrook.
Do I look like I have coin?
Well, if you don't have coin, like, why are you sitting here then? Like, I
Because
kinda,
I
like,
have to pay for everything.
Oh, you pay? Well, I don't care. Well, sure. Well, then
No,
30,
I was,
like,
no,
30
no,
Oh, thank you!
no.
That's settled then. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Am I close enough to hear this conversation? Am I in the tavern?
No, actually, we're
Oh,
coming straight to you. I just wanted to switch right away because, like, while they are haggling now, and actually they are agreeing on a deal here, I have something to read for you as well. So basically, you're currently in a carriage, and you're
Okay.
going down with the carriage down in Maribor, and let me read it to you. As you exit your carriage, you're still annoyed that you were not allowed to travel per portal. This will spoil your motivation to learn and not depend on others. This or something similar, they said. You're not even sure anymore. Looking down the streets, you notice one thing. Those are not cobbled streets, like mud is everywhere. You're not sure if this is the charm of Maribor people spoke of in the books. Anyway, soon your journey will be over and you can enjoy the good comfort of your very own bed again. You sigh and you make your way down to the only ship that is currently harboring in the dock to ask for passage south where the village of Windbrook lies. So basically approaching the dock as well, and like on the ship there is like the big lady is gone, but you see like two people on the deck both smoking like a pipe and like letting their feet hang off the ship and like
So I'm probably like the entire walk from the carriage to the ship. I've been like desperately trying to dance around the mud in. I don't know whether heels are a thing, probably not, but like they're going to be quite well off sandals at
Well,
least. So
actually,
I'm
like what you actually have is like you have kind of like flat shoes, but you have like this little pedestrian because people are actually used to mud in towns, so they actually have this little pedestrian to kind of like evade the mud a bit. It's not perfect, but it's like helping.
I'm still like I'm making a bigger fuss of it than usually people would, and like I'm pulling my dress off the ground a little bit so that it's not getting mud everywhere. And then I'm in this like full body deep blue. It's like this color blue dress with a really high white collar, but a really low V-line. With auburn hair tied back in a plait that like falls over my shoulder. And I look up at the people on the ship and just ask them very bluntly, where I was going to do an accent. It's flown out the window, so I won't
it happens
bother.
all the time to me.
Where are you heading?
Who's asking?
I am.
Wow, good answer.
I'm standing right in front of you. Did you not hear me?
Yeah, it's fine. Like that, there's my accent gunk. Anyway, we're going south, der einer. Where
Might I
did
inquire
you
as
go?
to passage?
Sorry?
Might I inquire as to passage?
Yeah, sure. Just ask the captain. He's just over there in the tavern. You can't miss him. He's the loud guy.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Just observe them for a moment before I turn around and make my way into the cabin.
Basically, they're very like silent. They're just like smoking a pipe and like just looking at you, like so.
Yeah, I give them kind of a confused tilt of the head before I turn around and wander off.
Well, you go like to the tavern, like you open the door, and as you like make your way a bit through the crowd, you hear like, "We got a deal! Perfect! Barmaid, bring some ale!" And actually, like
I hear the loud voice and think, oh well, okay, they weren't exaggerating.
well, Hacker, like Calvendra and Dirk, all of you like get another ale in front of you. So some of you now have already 2 ales in front of you. Calvendra, you have like 1 ale. Now.
0.
1, because he just
Well,
the barmaid just brings you 1, because the captain like sealed the deal.
Oh,
with the
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
And like you see actually like how Efri basically approaches the table.
Yeah. And without, like, I don't pay attention to anyone sitting down. I just look at the entire scene and ask, which one of you is the captain of the ship down at the dock?
He looks at you and he's like standing up and he's like, my name is Wilhelm of Crozyr. Glad to make your acquaintance, my lady. Like, how can I be of service?
I wish to acquire passage on your ship.
Oh, you do? Like, where do you want to go? Like, I can bring you everywhere.
I'm heading to Winbrook.
Windbrook. Oh, well, I thought like maybe we can like travel a bit farther, but like Windbrook, sure. Like you wanna rent like the luxury cabin on my ship, like just for you?
That's very kind of you, sir. I'm
Of
very
course,
forward.
that's how I am.
to
That's
what
how I am.
added.
Just like 100 crowns. No, actually, Windbrook, 80 crowns. My bad. Like 80 crowns just for you.
Does that seem reasonable to me?
Nah, not really.
No.
Like, you can make like like just let's say, and let's do an intelligence check here because you know like what's the typical price for like passages, and it's like for a day you would say like nothing more than like 30, 40 maximum. He's like talking about luxury cabin. So the question for me is like, just do the check for now, and then let's see like what do you.
Intelligence, you say?
Yes. And you have a +5 on your throw
+5?
because of your intelligence saving throw modifier.
Oh, saving throw as well. I forgot to add that. Then I got 10.
10. Wow. Well, yeah, it definitely sounds like a bit like expensive. But the luxury cabin, you know, like you heard of those luxury cabins before, like you've never been in one, but you read about them and like luxury sounds good. Like.
Yeah. Okay,
don't
then
know.
I give him a very polite smile and kind of push my shoulders back a little bit and say to him, it sounds very enticing, good sir. I would wonder whether
He's like, yeah, yes.
yeah, I'm
Lady.
trying to word it properly without coming crossing completely the wrong way. I do wonder whether that might be a tad expensive for a journey so short.
Oh, you got me, my
Perhaps
lady.
there is
You
another
got me. Well, okay. Like, how can I mess with your intelligence? Of course, it's like a bit too overpriced, but like I need to make a living, you know. Like I have like a daughter at my home. Like she needs to eat. Like, and you know I need to bring home some money. So let's make it 60. What do you say of that?
Acceptable.
60, perfect. Oh, we got a deal. And like we already have like a round of people who already asked me to get him an ale on top of the deal. So that stands for you, of course, as well. So barmaid, another ale. The barmaid is like, oh, like goes off.
I quickly turn to her. Make it wine.
Not sure if she heard you. So
Okay.
While that conversation is going on, can I turn to Helga and ask him, do you play Gwent?
sure.
Helga, it's Helga, right? Do you play Gwent?
I like many games, but this one, you know, I always felt like my home country was underrepresented in this game. So it's not for me. But we can play dice poker.
I
You
guess
wanna
I've never played it before. Maybe may you teach me?
Oh, sure.
Okay, basically, like, Helga and Dirk just playing some dice poker. Calavendra, like, what are you doing in the meantime? Like, the deal is kind of like set. The captain is just like, okay, cool. He's not saying cool. He's like, okay. Tomorrow morning, as soon as the sun rises, like, let's meet at my ship. I show you like the cabin, and then we're going off like as soon as like the sun is up. He's like, and now I'm actually going to bed because like he's looking around. He's like, there's not much to be done here. So let's enjoy like a good bed like while we're still on land, so to say. He's
Rest
like,
well, Captain.
and he's basically moving away. And now it's you four with Rhea here, and Rhea is like just looking at Helga and like watching him play with Diok. What are the others doing?
I'm giving my ale to Helga because I don't drink. And rolling my eyes, like just sitting with these two.
I'm rolling my eyes back and I push the meat back to her. And so you haven't even tried it?
Then I pour it out on the floor.
Oh, I get up from my chair. You've just committed a horrible crime, young lady. I exclaim.
So what you gonna do?
You're bigger than her. It's basically like when you hear, she's like here, like you're looking down, like she's like looking up, and she's like, "You commit." Like, so what you gonna do? You know.
Oh, it's. I say, if you were a man, I would take you and put you down in a full barrel meat up in like face at first. But I can't hurt. Can't hurt a helpless woman.
You think I'm not as strong as a man?
That gets a nice raised eyebrow from Effrey as well, who's listening.
Just making sure this is my character speaking of me. And I'm. Yeah, what am I gonna do? I'm just.
Because I look
think
quite intimidating.
So, yeah, my character would just stand there and he wouldn't know what to do. I think.
Actually,
He's
let's make an intimidation check
Intimidation.
from both of you, please.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, that's good.
So what is it, a 20? A D20?
Yeah, and you add your intimidation bonus to it.
Okay.
I rolled a 20.
I also rolled a 20.
What?
You also rolled a 20.
Yep.
What?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Then please tell me.
But yes, I can take
No,
a
it's
picture
fine.
of
What are your bonus? What are your modifiers then?
+3.
Oh, wait, mine is. Oh no.
is that charisma?
Yes.
Intimidation? Yeah.
It's +0. No!
No!
Okay, basically, like you emit that much, like it's kind of like an aura you emit. Like you both staring up, and like around you, Tevin just grows quiet. Like people are just like turning your heads at you, and like you both stare at each other. Like, and it's like a no bleeding contest, right? Like you look at each other, like, and like the whole Tevin is like, oh god, like what's going to happen here? And at some point, like Helga blinks, and like he's like, huh! And you see him like, and then well, you decide like you kind of lost the staring contest. So
Yeah. I'm like, next time, you have to promise you try next time. But I'm that kind of
And that's what I
giving in.
thought.
and the Tevin is like, huh, and like the atmosphere goes up again. They were like expecting something different here.
I have an observation question, kind of in and out of game. Is it very obvious what RyanGodric is, or what? Sorry, what Deoch
Well, it depends.
is.
Like,
Are you wearing the pendant openly?
No, as you can see, it is hidden beneath my beneath my
Fair enough.
my shirt.
you
Are
can
you showing
like,
it now?
but you can watch
No.
him. Like, if you look in his eyes, like you may see something. So you can like do another perception check to like just.
This is what I was thinking, because there's a magical thing, right?
Not
with
not
witches.
really a magical thing per se, but you can do a perception check and let's see.
Can I do a perception check as well to see if I notice that she's a sorceress? And if that is positive, I would try to avert my eyes to not gain her attention.
Yeah, you can do a perception
Perception's
check. Let's do it. Like, let's see.
I rolled a 16.
Okay. And like, what's your modifier? So
Sorry, it's 14 plus 2.
Mine is a 6, and I've got a modifier of +6.
no, it's pretty good. So what do you like when like you like your medallion, which you like have on your breast, kind of like because you hid it underneath, is like trembling a little, and you're like and you're looking up and like straight into her eyes. Like, and you see the
And
chaos.
then I'm immediately like, am I immediately clued in as to, okay, I know what's going on here.
Yeah, you know as well. So like,
Cool.
you now see like what you're not sure like she could like before that she could be just a rich lady kind of like, but now looking at it and she's like staring at you. You have like in like your medallion, you have like the uneasy feeling like she's probably more than just like what she seems to be.
Yeah. So I just stare into her eyes for like a second longer than usual, and then I don't say a word and look back at the dice.
I nod and remain silent.
Okay. So, anything you want to do, like in the evening, or basically until you want to call it night? Like, what's your plan for the night, and like, what's your plan for the morning before you go to the ship?
Have we already paid for accommodation at the? Okay.
But it's actually
If,
pretty cheap here.
if the captain's willing, I'll probably sleep on the ship. If
Well-
I've got a luxury room, why not? It's probably better than the tavern.
Well, you can find out.
Where did the
Yeah,
captain go?
sure. Then, like after I probably don't join in the revelry so much, but just like observe it from a distance, laugh, occasionally comment if I feel it's necessary, and then when it gets late, I head back to the ship to see whether the captain is.
Okay.
Did the captain? Did I misunderstand? Did the captain go back to the ship?
No, he left. Well, actually, it's a good point because you saw him move, but what he like when you remember correctly what he said, he was like he's actually enjoying a bed on the
Yeah,
land,
that's
so to
true.
say.
Okay.
So he's probably not at the ship currently.
Yes, sorry.
What?
Sorry,
want to
I
interrupt.
was just trying to. Yeah, then like when it gets late enough, I just kind of I don't say anything to the others. I kind of just back out of the scene and disappear up to a room.
Well, basically, you ask the innkeep like if there's a room available, and like she's like sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Like Diok and Herga have like their dice game going. Do you play for money or for something, or just for fun?
I think just for fun because it's my first game.
Yeah. And I'm like Herger hasn't really understood like you remember my third 2 in a row that I rolled on that intelligence check. I didn't really understand any of that money talk that you did. So I'm under the impression now that Diok is actually paying for me. That's what came out of it for me, so I'm like very nice to him and like letting him win at dice poker the entire time.
And you're paying for me.
That was just assumed. But I wanted to ask if I think I missed her name. The woman from the docks who was working at who was part of the crew.
Yeah, she's basically not
Still
like
there?
talking a lot, and she's like, "My name, Rhea here," And like in the light of the tavern, like you see like she has tattoos like all over her body, and like she doesn't really wear it that much. She just has kind of like a shirt, and that means like her arms are basically like you see from here, and she has like very muscular, tattooed arms. Like she's like, you haven't seen something like her ever if you like think back. But she's a human, definitely.
Yeah, putting even the Skellige shield maidens to shame.
Yeah,
basically.
definitely. Like she definitely can like hold up with your shield maidens.
No. Can I can talk to her,
Sure.
right? Yeah. Oh no, I can't get her name straight. Riera or something?
Rare here.
Rahir, have you ever been to Skellige?
The Skellige. Haven't been that far west.
You haven't been there yet? You have to go there. Art Skellig is beautiful this time of the year. I would take you there, but sadly, I have some heroic deeds to do before I can ever turn back. to my
Yeah.
home.
I've been on the heroic deed phase as well, but like lately, yeah, not much to do here. So like I'm just making some money and like trying to get by.
Oh, there's always a place for you in Skellige. Many years from now, maybe.
How sweet.
Yeah. Let's go to bed. And she's clapping you on your shoulder, and she's like, yeah, I'll see you
I'm like-
tomorrow.
I'm like sadly looking into my horn of meat.
And she's actually going to the ship. Like she's leaving the tavern.
Okay.
And then I'm like, well, I need to go to bed because we need to wake up early in the morning. So I'll leave you guys here. But I'm not gonna pay for a room.
Well, we don't need you. Actually, if you ask like for a room on the inmate, for the innkeep, she's like just like, yeah, sure, upstairs, like.
Oh, okay. Oh, like, what, without coin?
Well, she didn't ask for any coin yet, so.
Oh, okay. Then I will go there and ask how much it would be
A
for
room?
a room.
Oh, 20 crowns, like not more. Like we are like a very down to earth tavern.
Alright, I got my own sleeping methods. I'm gonna go outside and sleep in one of the trees.
Trees. So let's
Is it
outside there are
trees?
the docks. Like you can look a bit on the picture which I have like hung up on the stream thing here, and like that's kind of like how Maribor looks like. So there's like outside there may be like outside of the city walls, but like there is like a bit of forest. There's some single trees in the city, but like why would you sleep on a tree?
Because I'm an elf.
Elves don't sleep on trees. Well, they may actually, but like it's not the preferred sleeping method. It's still very uncomfortable for elves to sleep on trees.
Or I could sneak onto the ship.
Yeah, you can do that for sure. You want
Do
to
I
try?
need to? Yeah.
Okay, so basically you go out of the tavern, like you approach the dock, and like on the ship you see like that there's like not much going on really. Like there's like you see like one light like slowly dimming on the front side of the ship. Probably there's like one smoking still on the ship, but there's not much going on there. So you wanna let's put up the ship here. Give me a second. Let's get rid of Maribor. And there's the ship. So you approach basically from the bottom, and you see there's like a back in the ship, and there's like a front of the ship. So where are you trying to sneak into? Like the door on the left side or the door on the right side?
Where's the light?
The light is like basically on the left side, like on the ship upper side, like kind of like if you see my mouse
Yeah.
thingy, kind of here.
Alright, then I'll try the right side.
Okay, so basically slip in here, like whoop, 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 and try to get in here.
Yes.
Okay, so make a stealth check.
Alright. Is it a D20?
Yes, always.
Okay. Alright, so I rolled a 12,
Mhm.
and then +7.
That's good. That is enough. So you're making your way. You're basically trying to. There's not much light on the docks anyway. So basically, and you're dressed in kind of like dark colors, so it's not hard
Yes.
for you to basically slip onto the ship. And since there's not much going on, you basically just go onto the ship. Like you open the door, and like you close the door and you're in there, and like you're in the cabin, and like on the cabin there, like which I titled here, there are some crates, and there's not really much going on there. So yeah.
Oh, in the cabin.
Yes, like you basically slept in over here, like you stealthed in over here, and like it's basically kind of like a dark room with some crates in there.
So no bed.
Nah.
I can open the crates and see if there's anything in there too.
Well, you can try, but like the crates are like they're nailed down, so you actually have to pry them open if you really would like to look into the crates. And like a word of warning here, like you probably want to like go with the ship like for some time. So if you're already prying like the wares open right now, like people might question like who did it, you know, like so fair warning just.
Or I could find one of the ones with the beds and then lockpick.
Oh, you can like wait. You want to go outside of the cabin or?
The ones with the rooms.
Yeah, you can basically. There was another door like opposite of the like where you are currently in. So basically you're here currently, and you could just like go over there and like there's another door here.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Okay, so basically you try to go in. I would like to have another stealth check for you.
Stealth check.
Yes.
All right. Roll the 16 and it's plus 20 and it's plus 7.
Well, there you go. You basically like without noise, you go over the deck. You don't even make too loud footsteps, and like you open the door. It doesn't even squeeze. Like you're really quiet. Like you're really careful. Close the door, and now you're standing in a corridor. Like with like you can see here, there are 2 doors on the right side and on the left side for you, and like then there's a bigger room. There's some how to call it, like, oh my god, like let me quickly look it up. My English is terrible in this. Give me a second. There are some hemlocks, it seems. Like, is this the right word? Like hanging down from
Hammocks?
Hemlocks? No?
Oh, hammocks.
Yeah.
Hammocks. Yeah.
Hammock. Yeah, there you go.
Hammocks.
Yeah, they're hanging down basically, and like in one of them actually someone is sleeping.
In the big room.
Yeah, in this room here. There is someone sleeping in a hammock.
And is that the only room? Or is the
No,
other
like you
rooms?
have like 2 doors, like one over here, one down here, and like here's someone sleeping, and then there's another door down here.
So the big room has got no one there.
In this room there's someone, but like you don't see into this room because there's still a door.
Okay. Then I need to find one that isn't occupied.
Well, so you try one of the doors?
Yeah. The right... What? The door on the top?
On top? Yeah, you can go there.
Yeah.
So
Go
yeah,
there.
you can actually go to the you sneak by the dude in the hammock, and like you open the door, and there's actually a bed there. Like it's like a bed with like some straw on it. It's not the most comfy one. It's a wooden bed with straw, but it's a bed.
Yeah, it's something.
So you can actually go there and like lay down.
Yeah, that's where I'm sleeping.
Good there. What do the others do?
I've already fallen asleep over my meat.
Good.
I was wondering, do we already have like a fixed amount of crowns?
Oh yes, you can actually check in your character sheets, like the starting one is distributed. You can go to tab equipment, and on the equipment you see on the top right like your currency.
Ah, there it is. Yeah.
That's like how much you already have.
All right.
I warn you, all of you have different amounts of money.
Oh, okay. So I will not tell how much I have.
No.
So, what equals crowns?
1
Like,
crown
what-
is 1 gold.
Okay.
All right. So
There are no golds.
It's
just
I
crowns.
noticed that Helga fell asleep, and so I started to win a few games recently. I don't know why he was misplaying so hard, but I tried to wake him up and guide him to the stairs, and I'll tell the innkeep that we'll pay tomorrow morning.
She's like,
and,
yeah, sure.
We'll go ahead, and he's starting to wake up, and we'll move up the stairs, and I'll go into my single room and lock the door behind me. And I am always wearing my medallion underneath my shirt. And I start to take off my weaponry, my clothes, and go into bed. But I always have a little, like my main sword right next to me to the bed.
Sure. And Helga, basically you're carried upwards, like you're just making your move to like another room and just fall asleep there, or?
So I think Diog would notice that I'm a very heavy sleeper. Like he has to try to wake me up multiple times before I like even remotely come back to the land of the living, and especially when I'm drunk. and yeah, I'm a sturdy Skellige fighter. I can take a meat or two, but I've had a lot this evening, especially after I can't remember her name, but this is a character, of course.
Rhea.
Rhea.
Rhea
I'm gonna
here.
call her Rhea now. Rhea.
You do how nice you see fit.
Yeah. I'm gonna call her Rhea from now on. I was so sad that she just went away, so I kept drinking, and now I'm just stumbling over the stairs, and I hope that I'm gonna be okay on the next morning.
So in the middle of the night, I start to wake up, and there's this like very deep noise coming through the wall. And first, I'm wondering, like my witcher senses
Is
are
it a
like,
Drowner? Is it a Drowner?
yeah, exactly. Like, what is that monster? I've heard this before. And then I notice, oh, it must be Helga that's snoring really loud, like very deep snore. So I just turn around and try to cover my ears.
Like witcher senses can be a pain sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So basically, you guys are all sleeping. The next morning comes. At some point, like, let's make actually another. How do we do it? How do we do it? Like the best thing would be. Let me think. I'm kind of looking for what's like the best check to do here. I guess it's probably just Constitution. Yeah, just like everyone do a Constitution check.
Oh, this is gonna go horribly.
Oh, I think I'm gonna have.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, that
Oh,
makes
well,
sense.
okay.
That
Is that a 1?
That's a one.
very-
You drank too much.
That's very fitting.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled 17.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15.
Okay, well, actually, Diog, you basically awake when you hear outside, like, the first noises in the morning.
Yeah, I can hear some noises. It's still dark outside. It's getting like the sun's slowly coming up, I guess. And
Yeah. You're hearing also
so
this big noise still through the wall, like...
yeah, I'll pack up all my equipment and go into. Is there a washing room or something where I can refresh myself?
Yeah,
just
it's
a
like
little
a public, basically, like a spot.
Yeah, just wash my face, splash it with water. Pretty much didn't get that much sleep, but I don't need that much sleep. And so I just leave Helga upstairs and go down already.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see that there's like one person still in the pub. He fell asleep over his meat. And I start to go outside.
The innkeeper's like, "Oh, sir! Could you please pay the bill before you leave? Like, it would be very, really nice."
Ah, right. My mistake. Sure. How much was it again?
For you, I think it was like 2 L's in like just the room, not nothing more. The rest was paid by like the gentleman.
Oh, yes, indeed. So,
So it's like
all
30
right,
crowns.
I'll-
30 crowns.
all right. I'll give you 33.
Oh, it's very nice of you, sir. I hope your companions are as nice as you.
I hope so too.
Have a nice
to
day,
spend
sir.
some days. Well, thank you very much. You've got a very nice tavern. May I ask where you get your ale from?
Oh, like we have like merchants coming from all over, like Redania, and like they give us the finest wine. We even have some dwarf merchants giving us like the Markham finest. It's like we're in a very good spot here. Very good spot.
Yeah, I
Center
must
of the
say
trading
the
routes.
Mahakam one was really tasty, but the other one, I don't know. I think it was probably somewhere from the south, but
The Redanian one.
yeah.
Yeah, like between you and me, It's like horse piss.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I did notice that because I do have my fair share of like I've got a taste for good beer. You have to know that. So I'm actually. Nah, I'll not get into this. I won't bore you with this. All right. Thanks for the accommodation.
Sure.
And
then
I'll,
you go
I'll
outside.
leave.
And the sun indeed is just like slowly rising. Like you're actually very early in the morning. There's still a lot of like not a lot, but like there's still quite some time until you need to be at the ship, kind of. So, what do you want to do?
I'll go to the notice board of the town. Make my way there. I can see some people slowly getting out of their houses. Some merchants walking down the streets, and I just go to the notice board straight away.
Yeah, like on the notice board, there's like this contract you already seen. You actually have in your pocket. There are some others like small contracts like missing my wife, killed a cat, stuff like that. Nothing too fancy.
Yeah, I pretty much ignore that, and I'm thinking, how far? Like, do I still have time to maybe leave the town, go into the woods for a second, just to gather some, I don't know, some plants, some resources?
Well, you're quite early, so if you make haste, you probably can. So you're going off?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going off.
Yeah.
Efri, like you're awake. Oh, actually, wait, Calavandra, I think was the next, right?
Yeah.
So actually, you wake. Like there's nothing in your room actually. Like you have been totally undisturbed, so no one actually came in here.
Yeah.
All planned.
Well, I want to sharpen my weapons, but I don't think I could do it in the ship because it would make noise. Because I think there are people sleeping still.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Well, we haven't been outside of your room yet, so you don't know. You can listen a bit. You can make a perception roll and see like if you hear some like footsteps over you or like snoring outside of like the wall. So just normal perception check and we'll see.
All right. I rolled another 20.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
This is like, this seems rigged. Okay, well, good. Like while you're standing up and you're like holding like you're onto the walls and like you notice like two people which are running basically like on the deck in front of you, like they're like moving from left to right, like it seems they're doing some work or whatever. There's surely no one outside of your room, like you don't hear anything. And like in the far distance you hear someone like kind of like jump off the ship onto like the like into the like mud more or less, like onto the ground outside of the ship. And you're like, yeah, 3 persons in your near vicinity, so to say, 2 above of you and like 1 like going away, more or less. No one like inside of the ship. You're quite sure.
Quite sure.
Quite sure.
So there's 2 on the ship?
Yeah, like above you basically. Like you're in this cabin. And like this is like the deck on above you, so to say. And like it seems like people are doing work here.
All right. So if they're doing work and stuff, they probably won't hear me. So
probably not.
So then I can sharpen my stuff in the room.
You can do. So you're sharpening your. What are you sharpening?
Daggers.
Daggers.
Double daggers.
Double daggers. Okay, there we go. Okay. Efri. What are you doing? You're basically awakening.
Waking up a little bit groggy, seeing this is the first time that I've traveled in a long time, and I'm kind of coming to the realization that I hate it. My nice feather bed at Aretusa was much nicer. So kind of like slowly waking up, and then of course like making sure I'm fully presentable before I exit the room.
How long does this take?
At least a couple of hours.
A couple of hours. Okay. So then let's stay where we are. Calavandra, what do you do? What are you doing? Like you finished sharpening your daggers, kind of like.
Oh, I need to go look for food. So, is there a market outside?
Well, you can't go outside and see.
Okay. Then I need to sneak past these guys again?
If you want. You can also be
'Cause
like,
otherwise-
"Aha! Good morning."
And they're gonna be like, "What are you doing here?"
Your choice.
I should ask you the question.
Yeah, I'd rather sneak past them.
Yeah, then let's please not roll the 20 again.
Okay.
We've got to get used to this, by the way. We have to assume that Jess is just going to be carrying those of us who fail every single roll for the rest of the adventure.
Okay, I rolled a 10 plus 7, so
Still
17.
good. So you basically like you going outside. There's no one inside this room. So you're opening this door, and like people are busy over there. Like they're actually currently like doing some like with like ropes and stuff. Like they're making some knots, and like you're just like moving outside, jumping off the ship, and you're like on the docks, and you're like, okay, where do I go from here? You're looking for a market, right?
Yeah,
So basically,
to look for.
yeah, you can go upside like up the docks there. Like some people already like they're not open yet. Like, but there's some people on like the marketplace kind of, and they're currently like putting in their wares onto like onto their tables kind of, you know. And what are you looking for?
Like fruits,
Sure.
like apples and stuff. But
There's like a fruit vendor.
I want to not pay for them.
I guessed. Yeah, again, you can like just try to like kind of like sleight of hand, like the grab an
Yeah, the
apple.
sleight of hand. Yeah.
So yeah, you can make a check.
All right. Oh no.
Oh yes.
There we are.
I rolled a 5 plus 5, so it's 10.
Okay, let's see.
You're fine.
So you're basically like approaching like the merchant, and like you're waiting a bit, like looking at the wares, and someone's like shouts at the merchant. The merchant's like, "Huh? What are you saying?" At that moment, you just grab the apple and you go.
Yes. I just grab it and go.
Yes, it's fine. It seems like nobody noticed you.
And I don't look back.
Yeah, just. So actually, what you're all seeing right now, like after you like went on the marketplace, like the sun is like slowly getting higher. Deer, like you make your way from the forest, like you kind of like, whoo, whoo, whoo. You can make like a survival check and see like if you get at some, let's say reagents for whatever you want to mix.
So roll a 10. And what was that? Survival plus 3.
Okay, so then let's quickly look what you can find. It seems you like there were like not that much around, but you found some let's say some celandine flowers, and like you basically put them into your pouch. Your celandine.
Yeah, and I'm 100% certain that I know what that is.
Yeah,
And-
basically, let me read the wiki for you. A common plant with medical properties.
Ah, yeah, fantastic. That's exactly what I was looking for. So I also grabbed one of the. Okay, now that. Oh, I did grab an apple from an apple tree outside of the town, and
Probably not, actually.
ah, damn it! I thought I could find one, and I'm a bit grumpy because I didn't find any apples, so I make my way back to the ship. I hurry up because I don't want to be late. And
Like
then
on
I
the
look
docks,
for the
you
captain.
basically meet Calavendra, who's already making her way back to the ship as well. The captain is like standing on the ship and is like, there you are. Where's the rest of you? Like, we want to go. We have a time. Like, we need to be on time.
Oh yes. So I walk on the ship.
Okay. He's like, and like your friend, like who? When do they come?
Ah shit, is Helga not here?
Did you forget to
You're the first.
All right. Guess I'll check on him. So I go back to the tavern. I open the door, and
He's snoring like
Looking for-
crazy. Like he's like He's not even trying to wake up.
yeah. So I can hear that from downstairs.
Nah, but like upstairs.
Okay, so I go up the stairs again. I knock on the door, and then the door opens because he didn't actually close it by himself. And I just try to stand at the door and talk really loud so he hears me. I guess he's not waking up.
No, not really.
So then I walk to the bed and go.
Nothing.
I'm going like,
Right, then I go back to the small washroom and grab a bowl of water and come back to the bed and splash his face with the water bowl. Just the water, not the bowl.
Well,
and like,
slowly.
oi!
Slowly.
Slowly.
You notice something wet on your on you.
Okay.
Helga. But you're a bit groggy as well. Like you're like.
Helga. Helga, that's your name, right?
What?
Come on. We want to get on the ship, right?
Diog, is that you?
Do you know where you are?
Diog? Am I in
Yes.
Maribor?
Yes, it's me, Diog. We are in Maribor. You are.
Diog, I think the meat they served as it was foul.
Actually, yes, you are actually right. We did drink some foul meat. I actually talked with the innkeep, and she told me that it's actually from, I think it was Redania, and it was actually really, really bad ale.
Cat
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
can
the
tell.
Cat
oh, it was the Cadvanian, I remember. Yeah, true.
I wanted the Mahakam, they wouldn't give me.
Yeah, I think that's the better choice. It's got a real, like it's got a sweet taste, like at the back of your tongue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you
Oh,
think they have any more? I heard meat in the morning. It drives away the hangover.
You know what? Get up, and then we can check downstairs. All right?
Give me 10 more minutes.
I don't think that the captain has 10 more minutes, my friend.
And I have this realization on my face. I'm like, but the quartermaster. I have to talk to the quartermaster. And I rip off my shoes. And I grab Diog by the chest and like I have to go on an adventure. I have to slay the monster. I must talk to him. And I run down the stairs.
Yeah, every when you while you're doing your makeup, you hear some bum 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 in front of your door, and people are someone is rushing downstairs.
Yeah. I finish up then and kind of just start going about my business, go to head off to pay the bill.
So as you go outside, you see Diog basically going after Helga, and you're like,
Yeah, I kind of just go, what? Okay, and go on my way.
okay, you're rushing downstairs. The innkeep is basically like, ah, sir, to you, Helga.
And I'm like, you serve me that foul mead. You should be ashamed of yourself. I will go to the quartermaster and I will report you to him and you and your foul doings here.
But sir, we serve the best ales in of the whole of Maribor. That's not my problem if you can't handle your ale.
Well, I feel like I'm about to retch that best whatever you served me right in front of your feet here. So how do you explain that?
Sir, you have now one choice, and this is you pay me now and you leave my tavern, or I call the guards.
I will call the guards on you, and I slam down my...
Don't worry about it. I come into the room, I'm straight. I straighten my dress up a little bit, and I say to Helga, "Go about your business. This is fine. Leave this to me."
Yeah, so I guess I'm gladly accepting. Someone else, I'm like, you hear Every? She's gonna pay for me, I'm sure. And then I'm running off for the quartermaster.
Okay, the barmaid kind of is okay. It's so you're paying for all of them.
I look to the barmaid and I say, I fear I may have just made an egregious mistake. How much are you owed?
It's not too the captain paid for a lot, so it's basically 2 times the accommodation, and I think it was like 5 ales, and you hadn't won, it was 5 ales. It's fine. So It's like 65.
Sorry, 65.
Like he actually drank like the good one. He actually drank the Markham one as well.
I shake my head. Of course he did. It's a fair price. Yeah, I pay her.
Thank you, my lady. Like just deduct the funds from your
Remove.
character sheet.
Yeah.
Okay, basically, like you go out of the tavern. Like Helga storms off in the distance. Like Diog, Efri, I guess, like exit the tavern, and the captain is like, The captain is like, come on, we need to go.
Yep, I nod. I don't know whether Diok is in the vicinity. I'm having trouble to keep track of everything, but yeah, I hurry off after the captain. Again, picking up my dress slightly as I move down the muddy street.
Diok, what are you doing?
I just follow them. I just follow them, go onto the ship.
Okay. So
And I regret not asking how much the innkeep would pay for someone that sell them a barrel of beer.
So basically, we have now Calvendra, Diog, and Efri like kind of like on the ship or in front of the ship, and the captain's like, but there was like one more, like if we want to leave now, like I make losses for every hour like we're waiting here. So I would propose an argument, like I can wait for your friend, but like for every hour we're waiting, you just give me like 10 extra crowns. Is this like does this sound fair to you?
We're waiting for Helga, right?
Yes.
How much is this contract worth? Like, Efri's just looking at Efri's just looking at the sky, going, "What have I got myself into here?"
And I'm thinking like, how much do I need this bag of muscles? Like, is this really important that he joins us? I mean, he was a good company though on the game board, but I'm not able to pay.
Oh, it's not for every one
money.
of you. It's just like 10 crowns like per hour. So like you can split. Or he gives me like 10 crowns. That's fine as well. Like I don't care where the money comes from.
Is Calabandra
It's not my
standing next to us?
responsibility.
Yeah, she's standing
He's
like next to you.
And
Yeah.
I ask her, hey, don't you know where he went?
I have no idea where he went. It's not my responsibility.
So you're not traveling together.
We are.
Guess I'll do it myself then.
What
So I
exactly
tell-
do you intend to do?
So I tell the quartermaster, no, not the quartermaster, the captain. All right, wait for me another hour, and I'll be back. Don't worry.
Sure. So you head after like Karagor.
Yeah, I head after him.
know
I
where
actually
he-
don't know where the quartermaster is.
Oh, well, that's pretty easy. Like you have been to the quartermaster of cities like multiple times. Like typically the quartermaster
Does-
is. Sorry.
Does Helga know where he is?
Yeah, that was my question also.
Yeah, I think so. To be honest, like typically the quartermasters are like kind of like the main buildings, like kind of like the like town halls kind of thing, you know. So basically, just look for the biggest building and you go there and like you ask for the quartermaster. Like you should be able to do that. Let's not make it too complicated here. At some point, like Karag arrives at the quartermaster and like Diog like comes like in like a bit later, like 2-3 minutes later.
All right, so I get in. I can see him standing at the
At the desk, there's like
at the desk,
quartermaster, like
shouting.
an elderly man, like he's like writing and he's like, "Psst, wait, to Helga. And, like,
It's okay, so I get in.
Is busy complaining about the tavern.
What are you complaining about, Helga?
I didn't even get to the complaining part. I still need to find out where I can.
give me a second. Give me a second here. Give me a second.
Helga, I'm never gonna let you drink another beer if that's what it's always gonna be in the next morning, my friend.
This is only like this because the meat was foul. I swear to you.
Young man.
I am a sturdy drinker, and I would drink you under the table.
Gentlemen,
any day.
gentlemen. Like, why do you make a fuss over here? Like, how can I be of service?
Sir Quartermaster, I heard about a contract that leads us to Mayena to slay a terrorizing beast that is
yeah.
plaguing the populace. And I am here to take this quest upon me and to be the hero this land needs.
Yes, I have note of the suicide mission. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's over here. Yes, like what you want to know?
So dear sir, maybe I cannot read, but somebody told me that the letter, the paper said there was more information about this case here to be gathered.
Yes.
By you.
Oh, so you want to
This
get
is
the full
why-
story?
Yes, the full story.
He's like, gives it like does like takes like his feather and like puts it into the ink and like leans back and is like, okay, well, let's make it short.
I interrupt him and say, like, how long is this gonna take?
Well, you wanted some details, right? So like, should it be the long story or the short story now?
Give us the short one.
The short one? Okay, like we had
But I need to know how heroic I'm gonna be when I kill
Oh,
them.
you will be very heroic. Like, don't like it will be glorious. Don't like you will be fine. Actually, like he's looking at you and he's like, you actually really could be fine. Like if you look at you, like you actually have the muscle. Like yeah, you could like he's looking
Yes.
at Dirk and he's like,
I have
but you like, are you sure you want to go hunting monsters? Like
Wait, is he asking me or
no, like he's
you?
looking at Dirk because
Okay.
Dirk doesn't look really big. He's like more or less a bit smaller actually and like not very tightly built. You know, you on the other hand like
I go, no, I'm just his guide.
Oh,
Just his
okay.
guide. Around these lands.
Okay, let me give you the details then. Like some months ago, it's actually like already like 4 months, 5 months probably already. The villagers reported that there's like a big hairy monster there. Like they claim it's a werewolf of some kind. Like and it's not. It's roaming the countryside. Like it's killing farmers and. All the witnesses like saw it was like very quick, like way quicker than any man they've seen so far, like running, and it never comes, it never goes far north actually. Like it really stays like to the southern side of Mayena, and it also never visits the cities. Like it always stayed outside of the city and like just terrorizing the farmers. It's also the funny thing is it's also not there. Like every day, like it's only sighted like once per month, maybe twice per month or something, and it also doesn't always hunt. So we don't know what it is. That's why like the sum is like a bit higher than like the normal like werewolf, so to say. But if you can like actually bring us like the head and like some specimen of the beast, then we would actually like maybe give you some extra crowns on top because we really would like to like see what this beast really is.
I don't care. I don't care about the money. I just care about killing this beast and freeing the poor countryside people from this.
His eyes
from
lights
this
up and oh,
monstrosity.
that's so gracious of you, dear sir.
I go ahead
I only want to make sure that everybody knows that it was I, Herga of Gladan who slew the beast.
Oh, sure. Just bring the head to me, and we'll proclaim your name all over Maribor.
Yeah. It's you, boy. But Quartermaster, here on this letter it says 100 additional crowns will be rewarded if someone slays the beast until fall equinox.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure what the current date is. Can you maybe remind me how many weeks we've got left?
Oh, like it's as I can see outside, it's like high summer, so we definitely probably like 2.5 months left. But we would be like really glad if you could do it like this as soon as possible, because like every farmer like kind of like threatens the corn supply for the city. So.
All right. I think, Helga, we have enough information, right?
Yes, let us go. There's a monster to kill.
Oh, one last question, Quartermaster. It says right here on the letter, avoid the druids. Can you maybe give us some more information on that?
I think that means that we should seek out the druids. They're trying to trick us.
Sir, like I'm not sure if you know druids, but like Mayena has like belonged to the druids like for quite some time, but there was this like, let's say, coup. Actually, like Dirk, you basically like you know about this coup because it has to do with the cat's coup. It was like it was a big tourney where like the wolf witches and the cat witches like tried to do a friendly tourney, and it was organized by the druids of Mayena, and but in the end, like the king of Kedwen at this time turned on them and basically slaughtered both schools, so to say, and they also slaughtered the druids in Mayana, and therefore like the druid circle in Mayana actually was disbanded, and now there are druids like kind of like outside Mayana, and there are rumors that like some of them didn't like take this treason too lightly on themselves, and now are like looking for revenge on like the humans.
All right.
Okay, so I know the druids from Skellige, of course, and I know them for their fabulous mushroom soups, which I really enjoy from time to time. So I'm keen on meeting them.
He's like, yeah.
Right.
Can I help
Let's
you
get
with
going.
anything else?
No, thank you, dear. So we really need to get moving
There's
now because
one last thing I can't help.
Yes, sir.
But report, dear, what was the name of that foul place that we went to, where they served us this illegal substance they called meat? It cannot be that you have to shut down this horrible den of foulness.
You mean the Black Door Tavern?
Yes.
That's a pretty hard accusation. What you're saying there. You know that like punching meat is like a serious offense.
Exactly. That's fine. I'm thinking here.
Okay, thank you, sir. Like he actually notes it down. He's like, we'll investigate.
What have you done?
Yeah, I'm like with a winning smile. I'm saying, Dirk, our work here is done. Let us go to
All right.
Mayena.
all right, big boy, let's get going.
Okay. So you finally make your way to the ship, and the captain's like, finally. I'll deduct like the money later. It's fine. Let's just like raise the sails. Let's head towards Windbrook. I just had to like. Let's head towards Windbrook, and like the crew. I actually now see the crew in full light. There's like a dwarf. Some of you have already seen the dwarf last night. There is like Rhea here. She looks as muscled as yesterday, and then there is another like a big like. He's not very muscular, but he's also a bit tattooed. He looks kind of Skellige-ish in your opinion, Herger. And he's like manning the wheel, and he's like, okay, let's set sail. And while the dwarf and Rhea here basically get the ropes from the docks, untie the ship, and you make your way down the Einar. The captain actually shows you your cabin. Like he's like, okay, look, a quick tour of the ship. Everything that's like in the back of the ship, there's nothing for you there. Like that belongs to the crew. That's like our crew quarters. You can of course all be in your cabin over there. And like the glorious lady Effrey, well, you can come with me. I can like show you your personal quarter.
I nod my head and invite him to go first.
So basically, let me quickly do this. Like, this is Hergar. This is Effrey. We basically move over here, and you have like a little space over there. It's like a little bed in there. Actually, it's not like very luxury. It's basically like wooden bed with straw on it. But that's it.
To be expected. It's better than crates.
That's true. Then we have Calavendra. She's here as well. And then we have Diok. Diok is also like here in the cabin. That's like basically your cabin. That's just like your assigned room for the night. For now, you don't need to like be there. Like it's day, so you can roam around the ship freely. And that is it for now. Is there anything you want to do before we like leave Maribor, like on the ship, or can we like go to the travel, so to say? Okay. So basically, like you start, like your first day on the ship goes by without any big interference. The sun shines, the birds chirp, and even the Einar runs smoothly. And like people on the deck are doing deck things. Some like actually, like the dwarf actually cleans the deck. The Skellige dude just like on the wheel and like just steering like carelessly, just like around, and like the captain is standing on the front side outside and just looking outside casually. Is there anything you wanna like do? Talk to anyone, or?
I think I spend most of my time on deck, just not like just looking out where we're traveling, but if I notice at any point that Dioch is on his own, I would like try to move in to have a conversation with
You can do
Dioch.
it, for sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm probably sitting on deck, but really off to the side on a box on my own, and I've got something in my hand which is not quite visible to other people.
So I walk up to Dioch. I'm quiet for a moment before I look around on the ship, and I say to Dioch, it's quite a company that we seem to be keeping here.
Indeed. Quite a bunch.
Nothing more to say then.
I was wondering what brings you to these lower waters. You don't seem like the usual companion on these kind of ships.
It usually wouldn't be my chosen method of travel, but needs must. I am... She kind of thinks about it for a moment and thinks about what she can and can't get away with saying before she says, on my way to study.
I see. So you're not allowed to use portals then, are you?
And she looks at the floor and kind of smirks, looks back up at him, says, not on this occasion.
I hate portals.
Really? Interesting.
Just from the
if-
tales.
Fair enough. And what of yourself? Are you... I admit myself a little confused at... Is Herger on deck? Or is Herger below deck?
I think since we've been on the boat for a day. Sorry, what time is it again? It's morning?
Morning.
Or it's morning. So I just get out of my sleeping quarter. I make my way on deck and I stretch.
Mm.
Ugh.
So as that happens, I'm saying this to Dioch, and I say I find myself slightly surprised that he is the one talking about slaying beasts.
Well, as you could tell from my appearance, I've had enough years in the business, so I'm always happy if somebody else has the muscles. And I mean,
I wasn't aware that retirement was an option in your line of work.
well, it usually isn't, I agree, but I've just... Well, let's leave it at I've got other interests nowadays.
I see.
And yeah, so for that, I'm very happy that we've got other people that are willing to risk their young blood.
I turn to Herger again and look back at him and say, I hope we live to regret that.
Okay. Any other things you
And
want
then
to do?
kind of just wander off again.
Because other than that, like, let me quickly read something again. Because in the afternoon, the scenery around the ship changes, and more, like, where fields and crops were all over the landscape, you become slowly surrounded by trees. Some of them are as big as giant, guarding, like, over the small trees in its shade. You hear, like, Rogner is, like, standing still on the wheel, and he's, like, shouting down below, "This land is a beauty, ain't it?" And, like, leaning down, "It is said that when one of the big mother trees dies, all the forest around it dies as well." And he's like coming back and like to sailing and like smiling.
Can I make something like a perception check? It's probably something I would have done during the course of my stay on the boat, where I try to, like, usually I try to actually kind of avoid him, the Skelligan at the wheel, but whenever I see him, I try to see from his reaction to me if he recognizes me.
Sure.
Can it make a perception check
Yes.
on that? Okay, I'm natural 10 plus 2, so 12.
Doesn't seem like he recognizes you.
Okay.
Okay. The day passes by, and like in the evening, like Wilhelm, like the captain actually drags like a table onto the middle of the ship, like here. It's like pulls 2 chairs out and like, okay, I have this Geralt of Rivia Fall Gwent card. Like you who wants to battle with me?
Before Deoch can chime in, I say, I'll play.
Turn my head.
The lady.
Excuse me.
So basically, like you would sit down, like you want to play. You can do a Gwent check.
Yeah. This should go well. I hope Efri's a better Gwent player than I am. Or not. 8.
Well, that doesn't
Natural
matter.
5.
He's like, yeah. Arha's queen always wins the day.
Is it the no unit version?
He's like, any more players, more players. And it's
I'll
basically
try my luck.
Then I turn to Deoch and stand up and walk away.
everyone who's to play just make a Gwent check now, and then we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, even I say like everybody's always talking about this Gwent. I always thought it was some mainlanders, but everybody seems to be having fun. I won't let that be taken away from me, and I do this Gwent check.
I've got a 19.
Wait, so it's
So
13
wait,
plus
rolling
what?
1 to 19. Okay. So he's basically like, he doesn't have carryover like in round 2, but you have. So he's like already like caught up in round 3, and he's trying to struggle to get your points up, but like the card advantage is just like too much, and like in the end, like you just like you win against him, and he's like, damn. Here you go. Get my Geralt full card. You can actually increase your Gwent skill now by 1 because you expanded your collection with a good card.
Nice.
And Helga, you can still play against him, but like he has no card anymore. Like he can give away.
I want to play anyway. I need to learn the game.
Yes.
So do I still have to throw, or
Yes, please.
okay? 11. Where do I find my Gwent stat on the?
It's down like at the bottom.
The very bottom.
Oh yeah, it's -1.
Yeah, he got a natural 15. Like he wins again.
Nah, this game isn't for me.
Okay.
How
you
do
can-
I add a point?
So yeah, if you can click on the skill, and then when you click on the skill, you can click edit on the top right.
Yeah.
And then you can edit it. Okay, basically the rest of the evening is a bit of Gwent, like you can talk to your crew. In the end, you would probably go to your quarters. So last question before the day is like over. Anything you want to do before you go to bed, or you want to go to bed?
I'm going to. I'm looking for Raya. Can I find her easily?
Oh yeah, sure.
And I'm asking her, hey Raya, have you ever heard of this game called Gwent?
She's like looking at you, and she's like, actually, you know, like people talk all the time over this Gwent, but like I didn't know it like until like I've been on the ship, but the people seem obsessed with it.
Yes. And I've beaten every single person on this deck just
Oh, you
today.
have?
Just today. Yes, I am the best Gwent player.
She's like, do you think I'm stupid? I actually saw you lost down there. It's not a big ship, man.
And I'm like, I was just testing your perception skills. You're very perceptive. I like that.
She's like, You can make like a persuasion check to see if you can like get near to her, like to bond
Good
with her.
luck.
I rolled another 2 though.
Yeah. Like, you're not bonding. She's just looking at you and like,
And I'm like, okay. And I walk off back to my friends.
Oh.
Nobody
Adorable.
loves me here. I said to them.
Calavento, anything you want to do before everyone goes to bed?
I didn't play Gwent because I think it's a children's card game. And
It was actually pretty popular in your commander as well. Like a lot of people there played it as well, but like there were probably morons as well. So
yeah. So I don't want to do much interaction. So I'm gonna go to bed because I need to wake up early.
well, you have like another half day probably of travel until Windbrook, so that's
And
I
as I
would
see
wake
that-
up early.
As I see that Calavandra's going to bed already, I'm saying, you must be fun at feasts.
You would know.
Spilling the meat, going to bed early.
That saved you. If you had drank that, you would have felt worse. So
That was maybe... don't you know that meat can also cure you from any sickness? That is what every Skelliger knows. Maybe that was the saving part.
those
No,
ones from that night almost
That's
killed
not
you.
true.
One more and you would have been dead. So I basically
is-
saved you.
okay.
Why can you argue so well?
Okay, it's basically like
the-
you guys go into bed at some point.
The ship doesn't have a way of sending. It doesn't have birds to send messages with or anything like that, does
Yeah.
it?
It's like a riverboat. Like it's not like it's you know
Okay.
it doesn't need to send messages. It's just like steps by next day into a town and that's it. Okay, so basically, like, where would you like to sleep? Like, you probably go like after you go into your cabin. Any specific sleep order? Like for you three guys, like anyone wants to be on the far end next to the door, or whatever. Any specifics?
Close to the door for me.
To the door?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like kind of like the door.
Okay, I wanna go to the dwarf.
Yeah,
Can I find?
sure.
And I speak Dwarvish actually, and in Dwarvish, I ask him, hey, I heard you're the guys who invented this game called Gwent, right?
He's like looking at you like, what you say?
I was saying, I heard you guys invented this game called Gwent.
In Dwarvish, or
Yeah.
he's like, what you talking about?
Gwent? Have you never heard of Gwent?
He's like,
Everybody's got a hankering for it.
he's like, you really need like you really need to speak like with words to me. Like speak with words that I can understand. It doesn't seem like he speaks Dwarfish. Actually,
I'm
honestly,
confused.
most people don't speak Dwarfish. Not even dwarves speak Dwarfish. Like it's
Oh, okay.
so probably like you met a dwarf in Skellige, like which actually could speak Old Dwarfish, but the younger dwarves don't really speak Dwarfish. Like some people in Markham do, but like the most of the dwarves have no idea about Dwarfish.
I'm sorry, my friend. I didn't mean to confuse you, but once a dwarf, maybe he was just making use of the fact that I was so gullible. But he said every dwarf was speaking Dwarvish, so I thought I could impress you. Anyway, I wanted to ask you if you could teach me the magical ways of Gwent.
Gwent? Ah, sure, I can teach you. Sit down.
I need to become the best Gwent player on this ship.
And he's basically like sitting down with you, like teaching you the magic of no unit decks and like how are the best decks ever. And like no one can win against no unit decks, and like you're listening and like he's playing with you a bit, and like yeah, like you learn a bit about Gwent that night.
Does it reflect in my stats somehow?
Not yet.
Okay, I
Maybe
will
if you
keep
play more, like you got
practicing. I
basics
will
now,
never
yeah.
give up. Okay, I will never give up. I will be the best Gwent player that ever lived.
Okay. Yeah, I want to be the very best.
Quickly collect them all.
Yes.
I don't even have a deck though.
Well, you have actually. Like every one of you has a Gwent deck.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I've got a full
Calavante, like,
Rivia
even
now.
you stole some one, or like on a dead bottle, like there was a Gwent deck, and you're like, why not? Maybe you can sell it. You know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep in the position where I can see most of the room.
Okay,
So
so
maybe
probably
up
like
top.
here. And then I'd say like Herga probably sleeps them down there. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Good then. The night comes. At some point, like you could sleep some sooner, some later. I would actually like you're sleeping, and I would actually like you to roll another perception check.
Oh my god, this fucking. Sorry. What about cursing, by the way? It's a Witcher word, right?
15.
Another 2.
Oh dear, Crozyr.
It makes so much sense for your character, to be honest. Like,
It's such a failure.
no.
15.
Yes.
15.
Yeah. The other ones.
I've got a 5 plus 6.
That's good. Okay. So 11. You got 11. Okay. So.
Oh wait, sorry, I got a 16. I
16?
forgot to add the bonus.
Okay. So at some point in the night, like you hear a loud Krampf! And like all three of you, like basically everyone except Helga is like, what's happening? And you're like awake fully, like without like any hesitation. Helga is like,
So I go like, is it Helga again?
and you hear like outside, like you hear footsteps, you hear like screams, and something's happening.
So I exit the room pretty swiftly to go and see what's going on.
I
So-
go wake up Helga.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I try to.
So you basically go outside. Oh wait, what did you do? There you are. So basically you go outside here and open the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so you open the door. You basically try to like, oh god, what's that behind here? Okay, where is Helga? There he is. Like, basically, Calavandra and Diog both try to wake up Diog. How do you do it? Like, tell me how do you do it?
I kick him on the leg to try and wake him up.
Okay.
Is it a small tap or do you just like boot him?
In between.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Helga, at some like you're like, what's happening, right?
What's happening?
Like, get up, you fool.
And I tell him,
What?
you can
Why is
prove
it-
you're worthy now.
I can prove something. Where's my battle axe?
So while you're discussing, you open the door, Efri, and what you see is that like a big tree actually crashed outside of the ship onto the ship. Like it's really like one of these big trees, just like straight over the river onto the ship, and basically the ship can't really move. It's actually like really damaged. What you guys see actually when you look up, like you have this, there is something like you're like the ceiling is kind of like broken. There are like trees like in your room, and you're like this, like the ceiling was higher before, right? Like, you know. And what you also see, and this is like actually very important, you see there are a lot of elves on the dock. And what you also see is that like in front of you, like right before the door, like you go outside, Wilhelm is like standing right in front of you of the door, and you just see like an arrow in his face, and like he's just like falling down and dropping to the floor.
Okay.
Dead.
So I first of all.
You roll initiative. That's what you do. All of you.
Yeah. Okay.
All of us.
All of us.
Initiative.
No.
Where's initiative?
Initiative.
It's
I
like
rolled a 1. God
It's-
damn it.
you need to check your dice, man. You need to check.
I don't
you
know
need
what's
to.
happening.
You need to switch with Calavandra.
Oh, there it is.
I can't find it.
I found it.
It's in the middle, next to armor, like on the top, next right of
Oh.
your skills.
It's usually the same as the dex modifier.
Yeah. It's a D20 again, right?
Yes.
13.
Okay,
Sorry,
wait.
15.
Efri has
I
15.
have 16.
Calavandra has 16. Helga?
I've got a 1 plus 1. So 2.
Okay, cool. And Dirk?
It makes
18.
sense.
18. Okay, so from now on, we basically move the time forward in combat turns, which means like the one with the highest initiative starts, and then like you go through your turns until like I go through your turns until it's your turn. You always have two actions. You have an action and a movement action. Your action could be an attack. It could be like crush something. It could be like move something over there. Like Move action is always like you take your legs basically and you move. And then you have like bonus actions, which are like could be, for example, some spells give you a bonus action. You could, for example, like Calavendra has 2 daggers, so you can use like a bonus action to attack with a second dagger, for example. That's like bonus actions. So it's always like attack, movement, and you may have a bonus action. And the first one to act is actually Dirk. So basically you're kneeling over Hergar, like he just woke up, and outside you hear like this fighting noise. You're not sure what's going on, but there's something big dropped on your ceiling.
Okay, so the movement would be to go to the door, and would my action then be opening the door?
Depends. Like if you rush for the door, like if you carefully open the door, like then it would be an action. But if you're like then you would still have like an action left.
Okay, I'm actually a bit slower, and I am a bit more careful, and so I go to the door real quick, and then I peek out.
Oh, one question also, like what are you wearing with you? Because you just woke up, you you probably don't have like your all your swords equipped and stuff, like, so you probably need, just before you even like go outside, like actually want to fight, you probably would need to have your weapons, right? So Calavendra probably has some daggers on her, but like Dirk, the question is like you won't have your bow actually like over your shoulders right now, So you probably just need to grab a bow as well, for example, if you want to go outside, like, or take a sword or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll grab the longsword and the... Okay, so I rush to my bed, I grab a longsword and the light crossbow.
Okay. Then you go to the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I go to the door and open it slowly.
Are you standing in the door frame or?
No, I'm peeking through the door.
Okay, so what you see is outside there's an elf currently like fighting with the dwarf. Next one is Calavendra. So basically you're kneeling in front of Herga as well, and it's your turn now.
Oh, you broke up. What did you say?
Oh, sorry, like it's your turn now. You are kneeling in front of Hergar, and you can like now act. You can also say like, I don't want to act now, and just move later in the round, so wait before others do something. But you also can just act now.
Well, is Diok still in the doorway?
He's like peeking through the door. He's like not standing in the door, but he's like on the side, like so peeking through outside.
Alright, then I have to wait for him to open the door or move away before I can do
anything. You can
anything.
also talk to him, like it's like you can also talk as a bonus action, so to say.
Alright, Diok, what do you see?
Do I respond now,
Yes,
or do I wait for my turn?
Now. You haven't talked so far, so yeah.
Okay, so I say there's an elf, and it's probably not the only one. They always
like
come in groups.
You have like 6 seconds or something. A combat round is like something like 6 seconds. So what you can do in 6 seconds, and not you can't say more than like, you can't give like a mission report, but like, oh, there's an elf outside. That's like okay.
Okay, so I go, there's an elf outside.
That's what you get. What do you do?
I just have confusion because why would I attack fellow elves?
Yeah, I mean, you haven't seen them killing anything so far, so yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna take action now.
So you wait, okay. Next one is Efri. Like, you're standing in the door frame. Like, the captain drops dead in front of you.
Question, how possible is it for me to cast a spell with no one noticing?
Well, if you want to, for example, go for a fireball, then the person, like, hit it by the fireball probably noticed the fireball.
Sure.
I would say, if you want to cast a spell, people will probably notice it.
Okay, so I hesitate for a moment before I cast Zephyr on the elf nearest to me.
Let me see. Spells.
I think are they medium?
Oh, but Zephyr is okay. Choose Mr. C strength and push to be. Okay, Zephyr. Oh, that's the small one. Oh, I was looking at Static Storm. That's why I was confused for a second.
Yeah, no. One medium or smaller creature.
Yeah, that's fine. Like an elf is a medium creature.
And I'm thinking, like, I might not have the scale of the ship correctly, but 5 foot should be enough to push them over the edge.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay. So you make an attack, basically. Oh wait, no, you don't actually need to. He just makes a strength. Okay. So basically, you incantate some words. the others don't get it, but like the elf actually, when he hears you mumbling, he's like turning to you, and you're like "Hurrah!" in the end.
Yep.
And he's like making a saving throw, and he's not making a saving throw, and he's charging at you, and he's like you're ha, and he's like suddenly a gust of wind appears, and he's like "Pwah!" on his pushback and stumbles, and actually indeed is falling off the railing. So just need to find the correct elf. It's this one. So, and it's gone. Woo! You hear a loud clutch.
Did I see that?
No. Oh no, you did see. Like you peek out here, kind of like you see this
Okay.
elf, but not what's happened
Yeah.
there. And that's your turn. Now it's the elf's turn. And basically, this elf turns around to you, Efri, and he's like charging onto you.
No.
And let's see if he actually, because he has like a short sword in hand. And he misses. So he's like, after seeing like the other one like blown away, he's like, huh! He's like, he kind of like wants to attack you, but at the same time he's like, he doesn't, and that's why like you can easily like avoid the blow, like more not out of skill, but more like out of poor reaction, like "Rah!" And he misses. And you see like this elf like just like shoots like now that he actually moves towards you, because he was actually, this elf deemed you the higher threat, so this one just shoot a bow and like just hits the dwarf, and the dwarf as well like falls down the railing, and it makes a plunge. And
To lose your mentor so quickly.
Did my character see that?
no, and like the other, you don't really know what's going over there. Like you are so, yeah, you don't know what's going over there. So next combat turn, Diog.
What?
Hager didn't do anything though.
Oh, you wake up. Hagar just woke up, and he's like, okay, you can grab your weapon if you want, but like that's
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna grab my battle axe.
You're like, what's happening? Battle axe here. Okay.
Leave one for me.
Next round.
All right, so I open the door fully, and I see the elf just missed aim my crossbow and try to shoot it.
Yep. But you have
Please
your
don't
crossbow
miss.
actually loaded, because I don't think you have a crossbow loaded like when you were sleeping. So
Yeah, it's the light one. I don't know how long that takes, but yeah, you're right. I should have to load it first. Yeah.
so basically, do you stand in the door or do you stand outside of the door?
I go just outside of the door, so the doorway is free.
Let's quickly check the light crossbow. I think it's actually fine if you don't load it, to be honest. Loading properties. Let's quickly check. There are the rules, and I have like items somewhere. I'm sorry, this is new to me as well, so I don't know all the stuff. Mounts and vehicles, tools, hunting trap, adventuring gear. There we go. Silver weapons, weapon prophecy, blah blah blah. Where do we have you? I'm sorry. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Loading. Because of the time required to load this weapon, you can fire only one piece from it when you use an action bonus action weapon. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're actually fine. You can do one attack per round with it. You can shoot.
Okay,
But
I try to shoot the
You
elf.
get disadvantage
Please
on the
don't
roll
miss.
because like Efri is standing like really next to him. Like
Yeah.
you can't shoot into a melee. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it may hit Efri if you have a problem. Advantage-
I'll take the risk.
Advantage and disadvantage, by the way, like advantage means you can roll twice and you can take the better result. Disadvantage means you have to roll twice and you have to take the worst result.
Oh, okay.
That's disadvantage.
Please don't roll a 1. That's it. That's all you have to do.
That's true.
Okay. So the first one is a 2,
No.
That's fine because you have +7.
and the other one is an 8.
Okay.
Okay, but the 2 is the lower one, and I've got a, how much is it?
You have a +7 on it.
On what exactly?
On your roll. So what was your first roll?
A 2.
So then you have 9. Basically,
Well-
that misses. Like, you see like every and like, "Hurrah!" You see the elf like, "Hurrah!" And like through all this movement, you're like, ping, and like it hits just the door next to both, and like every for you is like, "Huh!" Now you have a crossbow bolt next to you.
glance at it. Yeah, I glance at it and glare at Diok.
And it's Cleventra.
Then I say, leave it to me, Diok.
So you charge
And I-
outside.
Oh, before I say it, before I do that, I say to Helga, if you want to impress, what's it, Raya? Raya?
See, the name is not
Rahia?
easy.
Rahia?
Raya?
Raya.
And now's your
Raya.
time.
I will prove my worth.
Okay, then I go outside, like
So
George outside.
you run outside. Since you're an elf, you actually have a bit more movement speed than the others, so you could theoretically run up to him and actually attack him in this turn as well.
Yeah, with my daggers.
So Diok, you basically just see like a shadow kind of like whoom, next to you, and she's like and like attacking him from behind. That actually means you get a sneak attack because like he's not aware of you, so you can attack with your daggers. Just roll the d20, and then you add your modifier to it, and like looking at your daggers, it's +5. So
That's
you can
5.
roll.
It's 12.
12. Wait, where do I have my? Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, he's unaware of you as well, so you basically hit. Now you can do damage. Since you have since you are a rogue and that's like your specialty as a rogue, you get the sneak attack. That means you can roll damage now and roll like the sneak attack damage as well. Mean that your dagger has a 1d4 + 3. So roll the d4.
The d4 with +3.
Yeah.
It's 4.
Okay. In like total or?
Yeah, total.
Okay, and then you can roll a d6 because that's your sneak attack bonus.
+3 on that.
No, just like 1d6. I think it's 1d6.
It's 2.
Okay, give me a second. You can roll at least another. You can roll another 1d4 as well because you add one attack with your second weapon as well.
Alright.
I think it is 1d6.
Yeah, I think so too.
Think
But
okay.
let me. And what did you roll?
1 + 3, so 4.
What's the total of all you rolled so far?
But all 3 of them.
All the results together.
4, 8. 10.
10. It's pretty good actually but it's because of the stealth. Yeah, it's 1d6. Okay, cool. So you actually hit him quite hard. Like you were like in his back, like, and you just see him like and like go down to his knees a bit. Like he's still standing, but you severely wounded him. He's like blood is already like coming down his his back, and like if you have another round, you probably will finish him off.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Efri. Basically, you just see Calavendra getting her daggers in his back, and you just see his eyes like widen in front of you.
Yeah, I glance at him as he falls down, and then glance at Calavandra and kind of just shuffle out of the way so she can finish what she's doing, and go up to see what else is going on.
So basically, you go outside here, and like, where do you want to go from there?
Yeah, towards the stairs, towards
this
the other
stairs?
side. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so you're basically going up the stairs. You kind of like
Just to look at.
you just
what's
see
happening.
there's another elf who's like just lowered his bow and like looking for a new target, and you still have an action, so you could still do something if you want.
How many other people are there around?
Well, there's currently only Calavendra really out, and like the rest is still in the cabin, and like you still don't really see what's here because you just went up the stairs.
I deem a fireball too risky, so I go for another Zephyr. Charge.
So you again like rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
And let's see. Again, like he's like really surprised by you, and like he's just pushed back like whoa. He hits like the steering wheel. Doesn't matter because the ship is really fixed in place by the big tree. But he's like hit and like hits like the railing between. But he doesn't fall over.
Yeah.
Let me quickly check something else. Does he get
That was
disadvantage?
probably a mistake. Never mind.
Okay. Nothing happens. Like he's just pushed back.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the elf is there. He's trying to recover. Like, whoa, what's going to happen? Ugh. And he's like, he still has like the arrow in his thing, and he's like aiming at you and like shoots. So let's see. How much AC do you have?
12.
Okay, you have more luck than you can actually count. You see like the arrow like flying, probably because he's still shaken from like your Sapphire. Like he's like, whew. Normally they hit better. You guess at least, but you have a bit of luck. But now I actually still don't see what's happening here. The elf in front of Calavendra is like, turns around and like drops his. This was the one with the longsword, and he's hitting you. So let's see. What AC do you have? Armor class, it's called. It's like next to the initiative.
14.
14? That, like he's like great. He's hitting you. He's not hitting you fully, but he's like grazing you, so to say. So that's 8 half, so 4 points of damage to you.
Oh.
So you basically, he doesn't hit you fully, but he's like the most blow is redirected by your armor, but like it cuts a bit through, and you like you feel the hurt and like
Oof.
yeah. So basically, you now have like 4 hit points left. You can actually use the calculator on the top right where the hit points are. Just add 4 and then click damage, and then automatically it like subtracts the number.
All right.
Okay, that's for the elves. Herger, like you basically slept over 2 turns, kind of like now it's your turn to shine.
Yeah, I see that the elf just dared to hit my.
No,
my
you
friend
didn't.
Calavendra.
Like you're still in the cabin.
I didn't. I thought the door was there.
Yeah, it's open.
But I hear all the noise. I hear the.
Yeah, you hear the noise.
Didn't she like slightly, like maybe
Grunt.
scream, but like grunt or
Yeah,
something?
maybe. You're still not sure what's happening outside though.
But I get like an inkling of an idea that there's a fight outside,
Yes,
right?
yeah, you're sure about that.
Okay, so I fly into a rage.
Okay, okay.
Right next to the hand, I'm like, and I run out.
Okay, you run out of the deck, and like you see like those two in a fight kinda. Yeah, let's say you can actually reach them. It's fine. So like it's a bit like on the far side. Like you really need to sprint, and like if you want to attack him, then you need to use your last sprint actually to attack him.
I'm leaping with my battle axe into the guy.
Let's make an athletic check actually, an acrobatic check actually, to see like how good you are at like this move.
Okay. So the cable of my mouse stopped the dice. It's a 1. I don't know.
Oh no!
Okay. Well, as you rush turret, do you want to attack in this turn as well?
Yes,
Good.
please.
Do you have any bonuses on your acrobatic?
Plus
What's for
1,
sure
but
is
I
you get
think,
like disadvantage on the next attack because you're really charging. You get plus 5 damage on your next attack roll because you're so like you're running for it, but you slipped. So let's see if you hit. Like if you have disadvantage for sure, and like if you mess up really, let's hope you don't hit the wrong person.
Okay, oh no.
Don't hurt me.
Okay, so disadvantage you say, huh?
Mm-hmm. So you need to take the lower one.
Yeah. So the lower one is a 4 plus my strength.
It's on the. It should be on the weapon itself. Let me look. You have Herger. Great Axe. You have plus 5.
It's plus 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess it's a 9.
And then you just like you slip and you miss like the. It also ends your rage, I guess. Well, let's see. Maybe you get hit, but you need to like hit someone like every turn or your rage ends. But you can't go into another rage then, you know. So
Okay.
anyway, okay. So like he misses. Like next round, Diok.
Okay, so I was standing next to the door, right?
Yeah.
So what's the situation around me? Is that elf still alive?
The elf is still alive. Like you see, like Helga charging, but like missing the charge.
Sorry, I missed the end of the sentence.
Oh, he missed it. He missed the charge. So he's
You missed the
charged.
charge?
Yeah.
And Calavandra is also standing right there, right?
Yeah. What you see is like upstairs, like every just got like nearly hit by an arrow, and you hear fighting like on top of you.
Alright, so I try to rush to Efri.
Okay, like to the stairs here.
And
She's pretty far away. It's like if you wanna like go in front of her, you actually would need 2 actions for that.
Yeah, I guess I try to get as close to her as possible.
Okay, so in front of her or
Next to her?
okay, like this. You basically charge next to her. You shove her a bit out of the way, and now you both stand like here.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Calavandra, you're still fighting with the. You saw like a big grate or nearly like next to your head, and you're like, "Wah!" But it's your turn.
Like, what are you doing, man?
But you can
I'm
attack
saving
now.
you.
I'll do a better job. Alright, I want to attack with the daggers again, so I have to...
Yeah, but no sneak attack this time.
Yeah. So which one's a roll again?
Your daggers. You can look onto the right. There is
1d4.
Yes. First, you need to roll a d20 to see if you hit. And next to
Alright.
dagger, there's like this hit +5 thing. That's like what you get on top of it.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 20 for that.
It's really strange that you roll a 20 all the time, but Helga never does.
This always happens. There's always one who really fails. There's always one that just blows it away.
Okay, then roll damage.
Alright, so that's the d4.
Yeah, 2d4 plus like the plus. I think what? Let me see. +3, yeah, because you attack with
Is it-
2 dices. Two
Is
daggers.
it +3 on each?
No,
Or-
only on the first one.
Okay.
Alright, that's 1 plus 3, so it's 4.
And then like another one.
That is 3 plus 3, so 6.
Okay, that's actually enough to because you double it. Like because you scored a critical hit, like you get double the damage. That means like you do actually 12 points of damage, and like the elf was already like hit from your like attack from behind, so you basically kill him. So the first kill of the adventure. How do you want to do it? Like it's like you can describe how you want to do this.
Well, he's still on his knees, right?
Sorry.
Is he still on his knees?
No, he's like
Or did he
rolling-
get up?
He's up again. Like he's actively fighting you.
Alright, so I like duck down, but with the one dagger I hurt his leg so that he falls down onto his knees. I go behind him and slit his throat.
Okay, that's pretty badass. So he actually really goes down to knee. You put your dagger on his throat. You push him actually into your dagger. You really merciless, and he's like drops to the floor, dead.
Uh-huh.
And you stand there
And
like
that's how you do it.
that. Yeah, and like Helga stands next to you. The elf dead to the floor, and the elf is gone. Okay, Efri. It's your turn, Efri. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. How much distance is there between me and the elf?
10 to 15. You can say like your portrait is a bit less than 5.
Okay. Yeah, just another Zephyr blast.
You want to go nearer to him, or you want to stay?
I actually know I stay where I am. It has a 30-foot range.
Oh, I see.
so-
True. Yeah. Okay. So you cast again. Like you stand next to her, and you see her like mumbling some. You actually can hear some words in Elder, so you kind of like it's probably his magic. You know that. And like she's like, "Hurrah!" at the end, and like a gust of wind comes out of her hand, in front of the elf. It hits the elf. And the elf actually, this time he's like he braces himself against the wind, like, "Ah!" And what actually happens if he succeeds the saving throw? Let me see. No, it's actually nothing. Like he's like, "Ah!" The wind brushes off, and he is like readying his bow again.
Shit.
And actually, that's what he does. Like he this time, like he's again with throwing. Let me on a 1 to. Well, actually, no. Effrey, you definitely do the most dangerous target because he just got attacked twice by you. So he's like trying to hit you.
Yeah.
What AC do you have?
12.
This is unbelievable. Another arrow like flies between you and Dirk. Like every time he's hit by the wind, he's like, it seems like he's so distracted. Like
we lock eyes, and I say to Dio, "You're up."
Okay. You hear some fighting sounds behind you, and you actually hear like an elf jumping like from down there here, and another one from here.
Don't mess this up.
And Dirk, it's your turn.
Is it Helga?
Oh, Helga, sorry, I forgot you all the time. It's true. Yeah, sorry, it's your turn. Like an elf just jumped right behind you.
All right. I turn around and I'm on my feet again, right? Because I slipped earlier. I'm on my feet again.
Yes.
Is my rage still going?
No.
Okay. And how can I ever activate it again? Does it have to be?
You can
longer...
activate it at any time, but you have limited rages per day. You can use
looks
2
like I've got
rages
2.
before you have to do a long rest. So, for example, you could go into another rage now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in another rage now. I'm like,
Okay.
ancestors, witness me! And I take my axe once again, and I don't even like look at their faces. The closest one, I try to strike down in furious anger.
Okay, so you roll an attack.
Yeah. Since I've got rage, I've got an advantage. It says on strength checks, so I guess this doesn't count as a strength check.
You don't have advantage on attack rolls. While you're raging. You get more damage, and I think...
I rolled a 2 again. This die is broken, like seriously. How can this be? I've only been rolling once and twos.
Yeah,
Use the
maybe you
online
should
one.
use the online tool as well. Okay, let's see. Rage. Rage. There you go. While raging, you have advantage on strength checks. You gain a bonus to the damage roll. You have resistance to damage. So, okay, at least that's something.
Yeah. I
Okay.
didn't hit anything, so...
That's true. Like, you swing your great axe, the elf is like just nimbly jumping behind, like, and awaiting the big one, and...
God damn it.
You should really consider rolling different dice. Next turn. Dirk, it's your turn.
Alright, so I load my my crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first part, and then I take aim at the elf once again.
Yeah, you can
That just
shoot.
shot at us.
Yes, you can shoot as well.
Alright.
I shoot!
You shoot then. Go.
It's a 7 plus 7.
7 plus 7. That hits.
Nice.
You can roll
And
damage.
I do 1 d8 plus 3, right?
Mhm.
8. It's a 1.
It's a 1. So 4
It's
damage.
a 1. 4 damage.
Okay. So, basically you hit the elf, you hit it a bit in the side, you actually see the crossbow still sticking in there, but the elf is like, ha! And like loading his bow.
Mm-hmm.
Calavandra.
Alright. So I have to attack the one that's closest to me on the right. So that's... I mean the bottom one.
Okay, you can do this.
Alright, so... Can I do like a dash attack?
Well, you don't need to because like you're standing in front of him, basically.
Is this right in front of me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to roll d20 again.
Yes.
With my daggers.
Yes. If you want to
Okay,
touch
that's 18.
18.
18.
Okay, I don't trust you anymore, but sure, go ahead, roll damage.
1 plus 3, so 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 plus 3, so 6. So 10.
Sorry, it's not possible. Like you have 1d4 plus 3, and then just like plus 1d4. You have like you have 1d4 plus 3, and then you have just another 1d4, but there you don't get the additional bonus modifier.
Oh, okay. So that's 3.
So 3 plus...
4.
So it's 7?
Yes.
And like that's both dice rolls already in there, or?
Yeah.
And then you already counted the plus 3 onto the first one?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's 7 altogether.
Yes.
Okay, so you basically he is going to strike you, and in the moment like where he like opens up a bit, you're like chang, and like hit him in the front, and like you do the 7 damage.
All right.
But he's still on his feet, like he's not going down. Like he also has a bit of armor, like leathery armor on, so you're not sure like how deep you hit him, but like you definitely hit him. There's blood on your daggers. So
Okay.
Okay. Efri. You see like the elf like which attacked you with bolas turn now has a little crossbow bolt in his side. What do you do? This thinking all the time. I think you used already 3 of your 4 cantrip slots, so you have 1 more cantrip and 1 first level spell.
The problem is, Efri is now coming to the realization that she left her actual weapon in her room.
Well, you probably have always one dagger, kind of like because like a dagger, you know.
Then.
But the question is, this is your first fight, like ever. Like you haven't been outside of the school. Like this is very new to you. This is very frightening as well. Like elves attacking you. You know, it's like.
Yeah, I think, and that's what's going through her head in the moment that she lets Dioch take over. The adrenaline, or the immediacy of the situation leaves her, and she's like, "Oh, what am I doing?" So I think she closes the distance, or I close the distance to the elf. And then I guess with everything I have, it's just one last blast hopefully over the side of the ship.
Okay, you run onto it and like mumbling while you're running, and you cast your last save.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Okay, that's a natural 1. So it's your turn to decide how this guy blows off. He is like, you caught him off guard totally, like, and like even though he knows that you can't do this, he was already aiming at you, and while you run, you see the fear in his eyes, like kind of like because you're mumbling already.
Yeah.
And
I think like the gust takes him by the feet upwards, so he goes flying over the side of the ship, like just into. Is it night? Into the darkness.
Sorry, it's night. Yeah, sorry, night.
Like it's just the Wilhelm scream.
Okay, he's like, then at some point you hear a plutch, and this elf is actually gone. Okay. The thing is, like, I need this elf because I need to. Okay. So it's elf time actually. So both elves on the bottom attack each of you. Let's see. This one is on Helga. What's your AC?
My AC is 13.
Okay, you get hit, and Calavandra. That probably doesn't hit. Like, what's your AC?
14.
Yeah, another 4. Okay, so basically, Calavandra, you get like the one you hit with your daggers into the front while he's like, "Huh!" He was so surprised by like the 2 daggers, he's like missing you and like staggering a bit to the side. While Helga, you get hit with a short sword right in your front. So let's see. And that's 6 points of damage, but you have resistance to the damage. I'm not sure. Do you know like what resistance means? Is it half damage or?
It's half.
Okay,
as far as I know.
Then you get 3 points of damage. And your rage continues because you actually got hit.
Bring it on.
Okay, Helga.
So yeah, just.
Oh, sorry, my bad. There's actually one more which attacks the one like who came out from the tree, and he fires at Diog. 18. That is going to hit.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, and it's like 5 points of damage.
You used
So,
to be a witcher.
You
You got
actually
an arrow to the
you
knee.
stand there and suddenly, and you got like an arrow in your side.
Okay.
5 points of damage.
Does it have anything to do with my AC or anything?
Yeah, actually, I need to like when you get when I roll, if I hit you, I need to be higher than your AC. But with an 18,
okay.
I'm pretty sure that I'm higher than your AC.
Yeah, I've got 14.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so I reduce my hit point by my hit points by 5.
Depends. Like if you have like an armor on, you can, for example, I think you have leather armor. Oh, that just increases your AC. Never mind. Yeah, you get hit by the full damage.
All right.
Okay. Then next turn now. No, sorry, I always forget you. Herga, you may.
Okay, I'm still here, even though I'm a failure. For the
You're still
record, I just
raging.
tried this. I just tried this dice like 5 or 6 times just
Okay.
off screen, and I had like high double-digit things every single time. So it is
Yeah.
working. Just no way.
Now it's wasted.
100%.
Now you've wasted it.
Exactly. Okay, so I turn to that filthy elf who just pierced me a bit with this little sticky pointy sword, and I'm like, think I'm afeared, and I go at him with my great axe. So, I'm afraid an 8 won't hit him, right?
Hey,
Like
no. Is it total?
after bonuses.
Is this total?
Oh wait, what?
Is this the total? Is 8 the total?
Yeah, 8 is a total.
Yeah. Basically, you try to hit again, but like you use slow weapon against this nimble elf. He's basically dancing around you while you're blind with rage. You're like, "Rah!" And he's like, ha ha, dancing around you.
Somebody hold this filthy elf. Get
Yeah.
going.
Sorry, this only makes the moment of your glory greater.
Next
All
round.
leading up to that.
It's because of all the ale you drank yesterday. You're just missing everything.
Exactly.
All right, so I turn towards the last elf.
Oh, you turn around. Like you can make a perception roll now.
Yeah, okay. Oh, a 20.
Oh, that's very good.
Cool.
What you see is actually there are still 3 more elves like running towards you on the tree, but in the distance, you see like an elf screaming something or like shouting something in Elfish. Do you understand Elvish?
Yes.
Okay, so we actually hear something like Paul, pull back! We got what we wanted! And like you see that like 2 of the elves basically turn back, but this elf is like still running here. He's like bloodthirsty or something. I don't know.
Okay, and it's a bit too far away to get there in one turn, right?
Yeah. You basically need to cross the whole ship, and like if you want to cross the whole ship, you basically need to pass by the contestants. You could do an acrobatics check and see if you want to jump like from here over them, and, like go over here. But it would need to be a really good acrobatics check.
All right, you know what? Let's try that.
Okay.
Why not?
Then roll acrobatics.
I roll a 14 plus the 8.
That's pretty good though. So that's pretty good. So you're running over here. You're
On the railing.
Yeah, you basically jump on the railing. Like the railing is not big, it's like this, but you're like comfortably with your like Witcher training. You're like pop on the small, and you actually take a long jump over those, like chop, and go over here and run on top, and then you like here.
Mm-hmm. Is that my turn complete, or do I have one more action?
Well, yeah, that would be your whole turn
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
because like this was pretty big distance you covered.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay, Calvendra.
All right, I need to finish this elf off.
Yeah, shit.
All right,
Finish him.
I rolled a 16 plus 5 on that.
That's it.
So that's a hit. And the d4 is a 4 plus 3.
Okay, that's 7. And another d4.
3.
Okay, so 10 points.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. Finish him.
All right. Just gonna use both daggers in his neck.
So basically you weight him and like chuck, he falls to the ground and you're like, as easy as that.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
there we go.
Get this done quick as possible.
Quick, yeah.
Help
that's
her
good.
go over here.
Efficiency is the key. Okay, there we go. Effie, your turn.
Yeah, Effie is a little proud of what she's done, and also like it's starting to drain. She can feel it going, so it takes her a moment while she looks around and realizes that Deok's just not there anymore, and she has absolutely no idea where he's gone. So she starts making her way back up to the upper side at a slower pace,
Like
if
here?
she doesn't see any danger. Yeah, back towards the stairs.
Okay. Then the other elf, he is hitting Herger. And
Bring it on.
That's a natural 20.
Let me feel the pain. Bring it on.
Fatality.
Well then.
Oh dear.
It could be worse. It's like,
Has everyone got a second character concept ready, by the way?
Do I need one?
12.
12 damage.
But like you get half, right? Because of the rage.
Yeah.
So it's 6.
Are you still standing?
I'm still standing.
Okay.
Barely.
Not even barely. I'm still
How
standing.
many hit points
like a
do you have?
man.
He has some hit points, I can tell you that.
Jeez.
Isn't that like a
That's fine.
question that we mustn't ask? Because like, your character doesn't know that hit points exist.
You are a very big man. Like you can take something. That should be pretty obvious to the people.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like I'm bleeding from these attacks, but I still got like this stupid cocky smile on my face, being like, you can't hurt me. I'm invincible.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then there is like the elf on the tree. He actually had a bow and he wanted to aim at you as well. But since you covered like the distance so quickly, he was not really able to hit you. And now you're actually in melee range. And like with the bow in melee range, he's like, ah shit. And so he's actually disadvantaged on the next attack on you. So he's like rolling. And that's a 10. And that's a 4. So he actually needs to take the 4. So he's actually missing.
Nice.
Thanks to your acrobatics. So basically,
Is he
like,
gonna
the last shot, he actually shoots at you. But while you do the last jump and you run off, you do like a pirouette and like you evade the arrow with your pirouette, and now you're standing right in front of him.
Hell yeah.
And it's actually your turn now.
So did he try to run away after he missed, or is he still standing in
No,
spot?
like he was like he shoot it, and now you're in front of him. He's like,
Okay.
Wait, it's Deok's turn?
oh yeah, you. I forgot you again.
Yeah, never mind, poor Herger.
Yeah, you do.
I forgot
do
to.
anything. Like, have you made any impact so far?
Okay, I'm done playing games. So wait, if I want to grapple this last elf
Yeah.
in front of me, right?
You can do it.
Is that a strength check that I have?
I think you need to do an attack roll.
Grappling is an actual thing in this edition, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you actually need to do an attack roll, I think. And depending on
Oh, okay.
when you hit with the attack roll, you then can like then your strength is basically comes into question if he actually can escape or not.
Okay. I mean, I can just attack him then. My idea was to grab him and throw him off the boat,
You
but
can still do
I
it if
guess.
you want.
I'm gonna. If that, I thought maybe I get the advantage strength. check, but
Grappling.
in this case, I think I'm just gonna throw myself at him again with the great axe, and this time, I will redeem myself.
You know what? Wait. You actually can roll another time because like for all your role playing, I give you inspiration in this one. So you actually can use advantage here.
I don't need your inspiration. I've got a 19.
Roll another time. Roll another time.
Another one.
Yeah. Roll another one.
Another
Okay,
one.
maybe it's a 20. Yeah. That's a 17.
Well then, not bad. Well then you can take the 19, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll do damage.
Alright, I'm rolling a d12.
You also raging, so you get extra damage.
Yeah, I get. Let me check.
1d12.
I get +2 damage.
Yeah, so 1d12 plus 5.
It's a 12. I cut this guy in half. I don't care.
Yeah, you actually do. Honestly, you can finish him off. One swing is enough.
My disgrace ends here. Time I whipped it away, and then I hit him like this.
Like on top, like
Yeah,
like this.
Straight in half.
Yeah, just like I leap a bit, right? I leap up a bit, and then I bring down the X right on top of his head, and it connects with the ground below him, and then he falls apart in 2 pieces.
Well
Okay,
deserved.
sure. Something like that. It's very
Why couldn't you do this earlier?
it's very bloody though. Like it's disgusting.
Yeah, like
so,
my eyes are coming out of their sockets. It's like
so for
Oh,
everyone like
God.
watching this and like has at least some kind of decency, that's like you need to like be very careful not to like.
Yeah.
I've seen worse things.
Yeah, you probably do. I think every maybe you can do a constitution check because I really think like
Fair enough.
I think really you're like the one who probably have a problem with this.
I rolled a 15.
That's good. Like you're like, but you hold it together and like
Yeah,
you
I'm
wear a straight
getting
face.
there that I just like it kind of like blurs over. I'm like, I'm okay. It's
Yeah.
fine. I'm
You have
fine.
yourself totally under control and like everything like at least for the outside is pretty fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so last like I guess last combat round we'll see. Diok, like it's your turn now. Last elf.
Can I try to disarm my opponent?
Maybe. I have no idea. Probably.
Like take away his like he was only using a longbow, right?
Yeah. Wait, give me a second. Yes, the characters, spells, shield master, there's a feats, equipment. Oh, backgrounds. That's already too far gone. Oh, there we go. Wait. Sorry. Adventure in combat. There we go. You can do grappling, shoving, 2 weapon fighting, and see attacks cover. Oh, come on. Do you guys know how to do this?
I mean,
I
here
know
in
I've seen it done, but I can't remember how.
I would say you make a grappling attack. I would say that's fine.
so grappling is just grabbing the person, right?
Yeah, you need to do a normal attack action. Yeah. You do an attack action.
Okay. I roll a 10. Plus. Do I get
You
plus
can
anything?
You can add your. Oh wait. Strength, athletics check. Yeah, you need to can add your athletics modifier. I think.
Oh, what was that?
I think you can add your athletics modifier. Athletics.
Athletics is -1.
Well, then yeah, you can add that.
Alright, so I get a 9.
Yeah, that's not enough. Like, you try to grab him, and he's like nimbling, dodging out of the way. And
Yeah.
Calavendra, it's your turn.
All right, I need to go upstairs. On the right. Is this stairs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're pretty quick, so you can actually like run past him, like shoving him out of the way and like be in front of the elf. Like,
Yeah. And then I can attack too.
yes.
All right.
I think
My
you
dig
actually
is-
get advantage on the attack roll as well because like you're 2 against 1. So as far as I can remember this, I'm not too sure, but I think it is like this. Let's just say it is for now. So you can roll 2 dice and take the higher one.
So the 20.
What?
Yeah.
The D20.
Oh yeah, I thought you had rolled a 20 again.
No.
Yeah.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. So you hit him.
Yeah.
You need to do damage.
A 4 plus 3,
7 again.
and then another 4.
Oh my word.
Okay, you hit him like really hard, and he's like barely on his feet. He's like staggering a bit, but like you see like he at this point he's like, shit, I should have fallen back. Efri, it's your turn.
I shout, "Leave him alive! Leave him alive!"
Okay. Any other? things you do?
I mean, I walk onto the upper side, so up the stairs. But
Okay.
if there's no immediate danger, then
Yeah.
I'm like backing off to let the people who actually do this for a living do their thing.
Yeah.
I'm just like making sure my opinion gets heard about
So, like,
leaving
this
them
is something.
alive. Yeah.
Okay. Then Helga. Oh, actually, wait. The elf can hit. He actually hits, like, turns to you, Calavendra, and tries to hit you. Okay, 18. That hits,
Oh,
and you take 8 points of damage.
Oh no,
That is a lot.
that's
oh no.
So it basically turns around and, like, he's like slashing you right in the front.
I'm hanging on a thread here.
Shit.
What? Like, how much do you have left?
2.
Okay, so basically, like, you're really hurt, like, you're really bleeding, and you're like, oh shit. Helga, you see Calavendra being cut into the front, and, like, it doesn't look good.
I'm saying, leave Calavendra alone, you filthy elf. And is it close enough to me to charge up there?
So you have
and
two
go at-
options. You can either go the long way, then you can't reach it in this turn, or you can try to do acrobatics and, like, jump over here and, like, reach it in one turn.
Could I also throw my axe at him?
Nah, like, you can do, but you have disadvantage for sure, because, like, there are two people here, and, like, a great axe, throwing a great axe, like, you know, that's really... If you roll a 20, we can talk about it.
Oh, okay. No, then I'll try the acrobatics thing.
Okay, so
I see
go here?
Calavendra being attacked, and I want to do a somersault over there.
There you go, acrobatics.
Yeah. Come on, dice. Oops! Oh, this one fell down. I have to reroll. It's somewhere. Oh no, where did it go?
I laugh at a 20.
I gotta dive down my desk. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's for sure 20.
it will be the one time it's
Yeah.
I didn't check what it was. I'll just roll again.
Oh.
That's a 5 plus
Oh,
5 equals 10.
Okay. But, well, plus 5. You have, like, 5 acrobatics.
Oh wait, hold. Oh, sorry, you're not attacking yet. Whoops. It's a acrobatics. It's a 6.
Yeah, I
it's
thought
it's
so.
it's a 6. It's a
So
6.
you're full of rage. You're still raging. You're like, I need to go to Calavendra. You run and you try to jump. You actually, because you're raging, you overestimate how far you can jump. You try to grapple the railing here. You try to jump. You crash against the wall. You're standing in front of the wall. You're like, "Ugh, damn. And that's where you are currently.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Yuck. It's your turn.
Yuck.
I still want to get this elf alive, so I'm like, is my dexterity of any use in this situation?
Not really. Like,
All right, so I try to grab him once again. I'll
okay,
grapple
so make
him.
an attack roll. You can add your dexterity modifier to the attack roll, though.
That's 12.
In total?
And no, dexterity is +3, so I get a
Yeah,
15.
So you actually hold him now, and now it's like you need to do a strength check.
Shit. Is that a d20 as well?
Mhm.
13.
Okay, he has 14
Minus-
as well. What's your modifier?
I got -1.
You grab him, but he's like wriggling free. But the good thing is, you at least you robbed him of one action, so he doesn't attack you immediately, but he's like, and shoves you
Right.
away. So, Calavendra, you're like you're pretty badly hurt, but you're still on your feet, and like you see that like the elf is like kind of like wriggling with Diok, so you could get a sneak attack actually if you want,
Yes, I want to try that.
and you have advantage because the two are fighting, so you have advantage and a
Yeah.
sneak attack.
So I can do a d20 again?
Yes. You can
Okay, that's
roll-
15.
Yeah, that hits. Finish him, please.
Alright, 3 plus 3, so that's 6.
Okay.
And
Plus
then-
another d4.
Yeah, plus 2.
So then
8.
8 plus a d6 for a sneak attack.
D6.
so much damage.
2.
Okay. you can finish him. How you want to do it?
In the back, because I think he's facing
Yeah.
his back towards me.
Yes, he's wrestling with Diog, so you can like go behind him and like.
Yeah, I just stab him in the back.
Okay, so you stab in the back.
Oh,
he's
like dying.
he's like,
Classic.
"Ah!" And like Diog, you try to like you still like wrestling with him, and while you like have him in your hand, like he's just like ugh, and suddenly you have like a dead body in your hand.
Yep.
And that's it for today. Let's cut it here. You defeated all the elves. You can look around the ship, like there are some dead bodies over there. You don't know what happened so far. You've seen like some elves retreating. Someone shouted like, yeah, we got what we wanted. And like you have a big tree on the boat, so the boat probably won't move anywhere soon. And that's it for now. So actually let's pull up chat. So if anyone like is like in the chat here, we are now open to questions. And my first question is, before we like wrap up today, like how do you like it so far? Like how was the first session for you?
It's pretty fun.
Good.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I know D&D because I've played it for a while. And it's been a while since I've played a barbarian, so it's fun again to play the doofus and it's I guess it's a character that I mess everything up and nothing ends up working out for me. But no, I really enjoy it, and I like the visual display of the characters and like where everyone is and all that, and
Cool.
it's really cool.
I mean, especially like LadyJ and like RyanGodric, like I think it's your first time, right? So have you expected it to be like that, or did you like imagine something totally else?
No, I kind of expected this.
Well,
Yeah, in a similar way. I didn't expect the graphical representation.
that's
I thought
only-
we were talking about items maybe up top, but no, I really like it, and I also think we've got a great diversive cast here. And I like, even though you don't do much, Hager, I think you contribute a lot to the group.
the chat actually is like, chat just said like, I enjoyed it greatly, thanks for your humor and effort. And like the next chat message was immediately, heal Calaventra, please. Like,
Hey, I got 3 kills then.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
mean, you're
Oh,
leading
and
the kill count.
Somebody asked if you can lend them your dice, Jess.
yeah.
You need Elvish luck for that.
Like
Yeah.
Crozyr, like someone said, like Skellig is nerfed pretty hard in this. Like,
This
Thanks.
is retribution. It's retribution for months worth of buffs.
also,
Since
like,
I'm an elf, maybe I won a rogue, maybe I loaded the dice. I don't know.
yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Character.
also interestingly, Dead Lady Ifri is hot. So there you go.
Sorry.
Like my chat said, like Dead Lady Ifri is hot. So there you go. and Freex said like that was great. So thank you very much. Okay, cool. Then let's wrap it up here. We are playing the next round next Monday on 7 o'clock again.
Yes.
We'll continue where we left off, and then we unravel the mystery of the attack, hopefully. And I'm really interested, like how you take it from here. Like what is your what are your next actions, and how you wanna
I'm really
actually fulfill your
excited.
personal goals as well. So
I'm really excited. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
cool.
Oh wait, I could go on for hours.
Yeah, like I think it's better like to play like smaller sessions and be like
Yeah.
full of like joy for the next one instead of like dragging out too long.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So cool.
And thank you, by the way, to all 4 of you for hanging out, because it's
Yes.
I miss this. I haven't done it for quite a while now, and it's great to have a good group. We've immediately bonded together. We're having a laugh, so
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to continuing.
I especially enjoyed like Diox and Herga's like sleepover Eska parts in the morning. And you're right. Like what I really like is like that the group is so diverse. Like we have like one character of everything, and not every character is like we don't have like 2 stereotypical characters. We have really a diverse cast. It's really cool. So
I'm super lucky that those arrows miss, by the way.
But
I
you're
am,
doing great.
because my HP's very low, so I might come up with an additional character concept just in case Effrey doesn't make the next episode.
I'm not that lucky.
You were so lucky. You got hit, but like you killed so many. And Effrey, like you had like you didn't do any damage, but still like you killed 2.
Yeah.
So But maybe they're not
Yeah.
killed, by the way. Like, they're just in the river.
Yeah, as long as they're away from us, then my job here is done.
Also, another
That's
comment.
true.
Dashing Skelliger with a tattooed head and golden locks for the win. So, there you go.
There's still
That's
authentic
Voldemort.
clowns.
Okay.
Oh, is that Voldemort?
That's Voldemort.
Oh.
Cool. Then thank you very much, everyone. Like, it was a pleasure. And let's meet next Monday at 7. And until then, I wish you a pleasant weekend. And, well, bye, everyone. And thanks for hanging out with us, even though we couldn't interact with you too much. But also you. Have a nice evening and good night. Bye.
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 Bye.